it going?
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the audience?
This is the general, just everyone.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Talk to the audience.
No, this is, now I want to know about you.
Making conversation.
Well, this is awkward. I'm so unprepared.
Okay, welcome back to the Three Dudes,
Seen someone
Three
have
Dude Cast.
much trouble with that question since Spock.
I am Drog. I will be hosting this week's episode, our 9th episode, and we have, like to announce right off the top, we have our first and very special guest, Kirby Steel and Powers Port.
Yeah. Oh.
Crispin Glover Port.
Kirby Dyson Port.
Oreo Cakester Port.
Yep. Eureka Hoover Port. I'm just gonna do vacuums.
Gangsta's Paradise Port.
Yeah.
Audience, we just ride this out.
Yeah.
As long
Keep
as
going
they're not-
if you want.
Our special guest,
pun your little hearts out.
Christy Davenport.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Like
Very
I'm curtsying, but
curtsy polite Port. Yeah.
Grazie.
And we talked about this earlier, but I wanted to point out
Yes.
because I'm excited to be the first unofficial and official guest.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
So everyone else can
Both
suck it.
official and
So you will hold the all-time championship oldest guest championship.
Yes.
Guest champion.
Yes.
What?
I realized I started getting lost, so I just kept saying it over and over again.
Never mind.
Yes. Anyway, this is episode 9. We are glad to be here.
We have all we do is point out how far along in the show we are.
Yeah, right.
I think
we are still doing this.
Still doing this. I think it's like we're just reassuring ourselves that no, this is still happening every week.
This is still a thing, right?
This is still going on. We're still doing this thing.
We haven't
Eventually-
collapsed under the crushing pressure of a once-a-week schedule.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll be able to
thank
listen back
fuck.
on this and just watch your attitudes deplete.
Oh, for sure.
It's just going to be like, yeah, episode 82, we're still doing this. Why are we still
Hear that,
why are we
listeners
doing
at home? You have that to look forward to.
I can't wait for the 1-year greatest hits episode where it's all stuff from the first 2 months.
If we keep on pace,
Yeah.
our 1-year episode will be our 50th episode.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah, right.
Because
yeah,
we
that's
missed
true.
2 weeks.
We
so.
missed
Now,
2 weeks.
now if you want to prevent that burnout from happening, get us some sponsors. Get them to give us lots of money, and we'll plug you.
Call Dollar Shave Club. Tell them we sure are three guys who host a podcast.
Who does a lot of
You already used Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar
didn't you?
Shave
True.
Club?
You're perfect.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Dollar Shave Club. Who else? Loot Crate does a lot of sponsorships.
Call Loot Crate.
Sherry's Berries.
Sherry's Berries.
Oh man, we can't help it.
Easy Shave Butter.
Yeah. This is rip off Bill Burr.
Yeah, let's just get all Bill Burr sponsors and also all his fucking jokes too.
Yeah.
How about that?
I want to be
I mean, it works
sponsored.
for him.
I want to be sponsored by Aunt Jemima.
Oh, that sounds good.
Let's get
Truckloads of syrup showing up at the house
We gotta
every week.
get. Well, no, they gotta pay us in real money, not Canadian money.
Oh right.
Oh,
But we gotta.
because syrup is Canadian.
Yeah,
money.
sure.
Right.
Gold maple bucks.
Yeah, Maple Bucks.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening at home, tweet Aunt Jemima and let them know that we are ready for sponsorships.
We are so
And
ready.
we want them to be the first.
We are ready to plug that syrup.
Oh,
Oh no, we're dropping. Oh no, we're dropping shit.
We're matchless.
And let
Right.
Aunt Jemima know I said she thick.
Yeah, she is indeed. Quite thick.
and buttery if you get the.
Oh, yeah. Aunt Jemima, you so thick and buttery. Anyway, this week, like every other week, we are fucked.
Yes.
We are completely fucked. I think we should open.
Intractably fucked.
We should open with a general why we're fucked that sort of came up before the podcast. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
really want to discuss this right now.
Let's get right into the thicket here.
The goddamned chicken, bacon, and Swiss sandwich at Arby's, which is now probably over 6 months out of after the change. What was possibly the best sandwich on the Arby's menu?
It was just meat.
Yes, it was just a
Beef
fuck ton
sauce.
of bacon and chicken.
Yeah.
And they drizzled it with this honey mustardy kind of mayonnaise-y thing.
Yeah.
Unceremoniously slapped it on a bun.
Wait, did they change it again?
No.
No. This is we're going back like 6 months here.
Yeah, right.
No,
When
I
did this
mean,
change?
they
Probably-
changed it years ago.
Was it years?
Has it been years ago already?
It's been a long time.
Unless they changed it again.
No, because what we're talking about, and what you're probably thinking of, is that change.
No, but I remember this from a long time ago.
Okay. Well, the
So
original
maybe they've changed it
sandwich,
multiple times, but the original one was.
as I know it, was the honey mustardy, chickeny, bacony, delicious, just sort of wet sack of shit stuffed in a bun.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think she's right. I think it has been some time since that. Like, this is how sad
We've
we are.
had this discussion.
Yeah, we have.
It actually has been a while now that I'm thinking about it.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
A half decent chicken bacon and swells.
And it's been a while.
Okay, so let's just disregard the fact that we've lost several years of real time and just talk about this.
Yeah.
The chicken bacon and Swiss was amazing, and then abruptly and without warning, it became
Or abruptly.
abruptly and without warning, or as you might know it, abruptly.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Also suddenly.
Yeah.
And rapidly.
It became a chicken club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they put lettuce on for a place that prides themselves on claiming that they have the meats.
Yes.
There's an awful lot of rabbit food on that sandwich.
Including
was
the elusive
displeased.
ocean meat.
Yeah.
Do you remember the ocean meat,
Ocean meat, yeah.
promos?
Yeah.
The least appetizing way ever to refer to
Yeah,
fish.
it sounds like someone's trying to refer to a vagina poorly, like mermaid vagina.
The ocean meat.
Delicious ocean
Puss
meat.
of the ocean.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
The puss of the ocean.
We've got the puss.
Bump, 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 bump.
By the pound.
Anyway, so now it's like just a piece of chicken with a lettuce and a tomato maybe and a piece of bacon.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Like, I'm still buying that sandwich, but I'm enjoying it so much less. Like, I'm actually scraping the shit off of it. You know what I mean?
Christy has an answer.
2015.
Well, yeah, as I say,
Somewhere in 2000.
we're like 2 years away. I was saying, like,
So yeah, like 6 months ago.
But yeah, he was.
now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a while.
It's
been
It's
been
been.
a long time. Now I'm hating this sandwich.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it's a sad thing. It's a sad state when a place that has been otherwise so on point, kind of like Taco Bell,
Yeah.
where they're on point with
They
their
know their
customer base.
customers.
Like the Arby's is on the level right now, like social media wise, marketing wise,
Yeah.
they're on point, except for that.
Right.
So we're fucked because they got to fix that sandwich. Man.
Just
They
bring
gotta
it back.
Change it. Bring it back.
Bring back the chicken bacon and Swiss.
Yeah.
You know, there's a time, or probably around when they made this change,
Yeah.
that I was eating like a lot of Arby's,
Yeah.
and decided to make my own chicken bacon and Swiss because it wasn't right.
You really?
Yeah. It's
Wait,
not.
so you were like, no, I'm gonna save this
Like
sandwich.
I'm gonna make a chicken bacon Swiss at home.
Yeah.
So how fucked do you have to get
Yeah, right.
to have to go to the grocery store
I'm gonna make
and
my own.
replicate a sandwich that
Yeah.
should cost like $6
Yeah.
and you should be able to run through a driveway to get.
That's the
They
thing.
fucked it up.
If their replacement was half decent, you'd just eat that thing and go, all right.
It's like he said, I'm still fucking eating it.
It's not that
Not
healthy.
as much,
Yeah,
but
right.
I'm not happy about it.
So I don't know.
I'm really just I want an excuse to shove their mozzarella sticks and jalapeno poppers in my mouth.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you go there for like a butt ton of mozzarella sticks, and then while you're there, you eat a sandwich so you can feel halfway normal
Well, I
about
just
yourself.
can't eat mozzarella sticks.
Come on, I do that every time. I'll go there, and they always ask me the same question. Like, I'll get a combo, and it'll be like, "And can I get a 4-piece mozzarella stick?" And they'll go, "Oh, you want the mozzarella stick instead of the fries?" And I'll go, "No,
I don't think you understood me.
I want the whole thing."
See,
Like, don't make me
I
feel
do get
bad.
it instead
Not
of the
or.
fries,
Not
but
or, and.
not always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
those fries.
dude.
So that is a reason we're fucked. I wanted to
Yeah.
get it out there and talk about it.
Just a general fuck.
2-year-old declaration to Arby's to bring back a sandwich we
Also,
like.
Arby's, please, if you're listening.
Oh my God,
Everybody at
please.
home, tweet Arby's.
Oh,
And,
tweet
I mean, this is what's going to do
Sponsor
it 2
us,
years
please.
after the fact. This is definitely what's going to bring it back.
This is going to be it.
Yeah, sponsor us, Arby's. We are loyal patrons. I myself think the red ranch that you put on the beef and cheddar is one of the best things
It is so
in on God's green earth.
Yeah.
What a fantastic company.
Yeah.
What a great product.
Yeah. Wow. Arby's.
We have no complaints except for what we just spent 5 minutes talking about.
Yeah, right.
Arby's.
Arby's.
Yeah, it's more constructive criticism than anything.
yeah.
Really.
So, anyways, we're still fucked for a number of reasons. I'm going to get mine out of the way quickly because we already talked a little bit about it last week.
Okay.
The three of us talked about this. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
A fantastic actor, maybe almost definitely the finest of his generation, and just incredible, and everything he's in is amazing.
For sure.
Is retiring at the when he's done performing the film he's working on right now. I can't remember what it's called. I know he's going to be playing a dressmaker or something like that.
And he's going to win 15 Oscars.
Yeah.
We already know.
Exactly. It's
You
not
know
gonna-
that he's already actively a dressmaker right now.
Right. Exactly. If Daniel
So
Day-Lewis
he
is
could do the part.
right, if he's playing this role right now, he's probably made like 45 dresses.
He's at home
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
just making his wife happy.
Just making all the dresses.
Yeah.
I just picture him with the Bill the Butcher outfit on, stitching dresses.
Tapping his eye with a sewing needle. So yeah, I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
Hem.
He's got flashcards.
Up the leg. Stitch right here.
This is a stitch. This is a stitch. This is a patch job.
yeah, just wanted to say, just for the record, and have it on the podcast, how much of a fan of his work. I think that it's safe to say we all are.
And if you're not, then what's wrong with you? He's really
you gotta see. You know, I mean, he's there's no one like him.
probably the best. He's probably the best.
Yeah.
So goodbye, Daniel Day-Lewis. Send us one of your dresses if you got some extra,
Yeah, please.
because we know you're listening.
Sponsored by Dingle Dingle.
I
I'm
will
a
wear it
size
around for a week.
20.
I'm a size 24.
I will wear it around for a solid week if it arrives in my mail, and I will take pictures.
Out to work. I'll wear it to work.
Yeah.
Please, everybody tweet at Daniel Day-Lewis and tell him to send us dresses.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of tweets.
Oh,
this
for sure.
episode.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Wait, we need to provide hashtags.
That's true.
for these
Yeah, we got a
tweets.
hashtag dress the dudes.
Hashtag don't retire. Hashtag bring back the chicken, bacon, and Swiss.
Hashtag creepy
But
glass
tweet
eye.
that at Daniel Day-Lewis.
Tweet that.
Yeah, tweet.
Maybe he's also mad.
Just confuse him. Just
Get on Twitter and tweet hashtag chicken, bacon, and Swiss to Daniel Day-Lewis. He'll know what it means.
Yes.
So that's why I think we're fucked. Chris, why are we fucked this week?
We're fucked. I'm gonna go back a little bit earlier in the week to a strange occurrence that happened on Facebook with a good friend of ours, Chuck Wilfong.
Chuck, yeah.
he's,
Hey, Chuck.
Hey Chuck, how's it going, buddy? You're not listening.
He's probably not listening to this.
So
That's okay.
I'm just gonna show you the Facebook post that he posted.
Okay.
He posted a picture of White Goodman, who's Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball, and Wildman Mark Nero, who was a wrestler in the early to mid '90s at WWF.
Okay.
And he posted a picture of them with their mustaches, and he said, "Who wore it better, White Goodman or Mark Miro?"
No mention of Joe Flacco, though.
No.
I'm
So
analyzing these
You
mustaches.
see, like it's the same.
yeah, it's the same
Similar.
mustache.
It's
Yeah.
very similar.
So I commented on it. I caught him like right after he posted it. And here's the thing about Wildman Mark Miro. I'll give you a little wrestling history here.
All right. That's
Wild Man-
wrestling school.
Yeah, Wildman Mark Miro came into the WWF with his wife Sable. Now I would be willing to bet that I'm imagining you guys know the name Sable.
I know that name.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's a reason that you know who Sable is and not Mark Miro. It's because she came in with him as like his, yay, like
Yeah,
cheerleader.
like,
His
yeah,
head
cheered him
girl.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The way that
Before
what's his name
women
has his
were more
manager
than hype
and-
girls in wrestling.
Exactly. And she's the one who got famous, and Mark Miro did not get famous. Mark Miro got fired and then became a drug addict, and is now apparently a motivational speaker about being healthy. So good for
Well,
Mark Miro.
that's what happens when you're a famous wrestler
Sure.
and then a drug addict.
But yeah, like
That's what you do. That's the next life.
Yeah, that is the progression, actually.
so I
You go
commented.
the Tony Robbins circuit.
I was making a joke on his Facebook status because he posted that picture, and I said, "I'm gonna go with Sable's lackey on this one. I think Mark Miro wore it better."
Yeah.
Not 30 seconds after I posted that, the real verified Mark Miro,
No!
like, commented on it, and he's like,
What?
Now,
No!
not on me,
Oh,
but
God.
like on Chuck's thing, like we must have done it at the same time. But the actual verified Mark Miro was like, now that's funny, like in reference to his picture, and I'm like, holy fuck, I gotta delete this thing. I'm like, I don't want to get into an argument with Mark Miro.
No! Oh my God, are you fucking
I'm not kidding you.
And that's the thing, like, when we interact with people online, we don't think about that we're so close to interacting with people we can't kind of
Right,
care
that
about.
dude's
Like,
so
So here's the
it.
thing, there he is, verified, see the little check mark next to his name?
wow.
The real, actual,
Can I please see
verified
this?
Mark Miro.
Now that's funny.
Now that's funny.
Oh,
He
that's
actually
great.
commented on his status, and I deleted my comment because I am not getting into that argument.
no, kind of as you should. Once
Right,
you
no,
realize
like,
they can
that's it.
see it, you
I'm like,
just...
no, I'm
Oh
out.
my God.
And Chuck messaged me, and he's like, holy shit, the real Mark Miro just commented on it. I'm like, man, I got the fuck out of there. Like, I don't want any part of that.
Oh, dude.
So we're fucked. I think more accurately, he's fucked. I'm picturing this guy
He's
on
just on
Facebook
Facebook.
just searching his name.
Yep.
Searching his
Yeah.
name.
He's got
More
that
likely,
Google alert.
he's got the Google alert.
Yeah, he's got the Google
He's
alert.
definitely got
Yeah,
Google
he's got the
alert.
Google alert.
He's
I mean, I've got a Google alert.
He's not the
but
right.
I don't have
If we
Google.
tag him, okay, this brings a question. If we tag him in the SoundCloud tags for this episode,
You probably
he
could.
will
will he
find-
appear like Bloody Mary in the mirror or something? Like, is he just
And
show up?
then could we invite him to be a guest on the show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
seriously, tweet him.
Because, like,
This is the
tweet Mark
occasion.
Miro. Please
This
tweet
is the
Mark Miro.
occasion.
Please actually tweet Mark Miro.
This
Let
might
him know.
actually happen if we do this.
Mustache Marrow.
So yeah, let me just say for the record, Mark Miro, I was just clowning around. I didn't mean that. Like, I don't even know if he saw it or not. But like, I didn't want to be mean to the guy because like Mark Miro, A, like super good shape. B, he's a motivational speaker, so he's like doing good stuff. So like, I was just being a jackass. If you want to come on this podcast,
Oh my God.
I am all for that.
I just went through in my head like a rapid progression of him coming here and then murdering all of us and then just leaving with my dog. Like, I'm taking this now.
2 years later, your dog's got the handlebar. So,
Wow. So he might be, for all we know, we might actually be able to solicit a listen from the man himself.
I'm gonna just
Yeah,
write
it's
hashtag Mark
definitely-
Miro here.
Yeah, but let's please, if you're listening to this, just get on Facebook and ask him to come to Youngstown, Ohio.
No, even if he just comments on our SoundCloud page,
Just shoot
Good
us
enough for
shoot
me.
us a hello.
shoot
That'd
us
be
a
good
hello.
enough.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Some good shit.
So
yeah.
because we make fun of all kinds of things all the time, but it's usually the things we love. We don't mean it.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a fantastic story.
Yeah. That was pretty
Oh,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
Ben, why are we fucked? What could be more fucked than that?
Yeah, that's hard to top. We're fucked this week because of instant gratification, and by that I mean I've been, you know, again I've been getting big into Counter-Strike, and
Yes.
you know it's a skill-based game. It takes some time to get good at, and I'm a ways off from good. I'm like middling. I'm average.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, loud dog toy.
twat.
Oh no.
He's got like
But,
a 10-point buck.
I know.
Literally, we might actually have to do something about that.
But the amount of people who post on the Counter-Strike discussions, who, you know, because the Steam sale's going on right now, the Steam summer sale. Praise be to Gabe Newell.
Oh,
Hallowed
boy.
be his name.
All hail Gaben. All right, you know, hold us. We got to do something about this.
Don't pause it.
It's so goddamn loud. Just put it upstairs, please.
Come on. Go ahead. Keep
So,
going.
Yeah.
So, the amount of people who are new to the game, who post about, you know, like, you know, why can't I hit anything?
Yeah, right.
You know, and just, you know, expecting to be good at the game, like, right as you jump into it.
Well,
you
why
know?
the hell not? That's your destiny to be the best that
Sure.
like no one ever was.
Very bad.
Ba-da-da.
But like people that are, and it's not just games either. It's, you know, anything that requires a little effort and practice, you know, to develop the time to be good at. There's this one guy I was talking to not long ago who like extended this into like, you know, oh, well, I'm just not good at anything, you know. And it's because he tries like a dozen new things each week, and when he doesn't get it right on the first try, he gives up and goes to a new...
It's funny because this exists outside of video games too.
Yeah.
Like people like, you know what, this week I'm gonna be a carpenter, and then you end up with a couple of whittled sticks and like some sliced fingers, and you go, I'm done with this. I'm gonna pick something else up.
Yeah, well, I'm clearly no good at this. Well, because he spent 10 fucking minutes on it.
Yeah, right.
Like, work at it a little fucking bit, It's
right.
Yeah, people don't understand that most people that they look up to that are really good at something spent upwards of 5 years getting really good at that thing.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
There are hobbies of mine that I'm really good at because I've done them for a long time, and there are other hobbies that I'm workable at, and I'm okay with that. But you can't expect to go into something and be like, I'm gonna be so great at this.
Right.
Unless you're a savant, which you're probably not.
There's a reason...
It's not gonna happen.
There's a reason Mozart was Mozart. There's a reason he could, there was a piece of music the Vatican had that was kept secret for a couple centuries, and
Damn Vatican.
They played it, and Mozart was at that performance. He memorized it and transcribed it.
It's insane.
But that's because he was kind of a freak of nature.
Right.
He's so remarkable because a normal person can't do that shit.
Right.
A normal person isn't just naturally good at music like Mozart
or anything.
You gotta,
like me, of course.
I'm so good at memorizing things and transcribing them like a genius.
Oh, Chris Brady. Oh, you're so good at drinking beer and falling asleep on the couch.
Oh, Chris Brady, shove your electric guitar right at my purse. Anyway, that's good. That's a fair point. People expect to just be great at things because everyone wants to be great, but no one wants to work for pretty much anything.
Sure.
Myself included.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I don't like working very hard at anything.
Even work.
See, I have like obsessive compulsion on my side.
Yeah, right.
With that, so if like I'm passionate enough about something, at one point I looked into Scientology because I was like, oh, what's this about? I've heard crazy things.
And then you learned it was all true.
And then I fell down the rabbit hole, and now I know everything about
Lord
Scientology. Like
spelled XENU. Shout out to everybody tweeted Scientology for us.
No.
It's a joke.
Don't do that. Our lives will be ruined.
Please don't do
the
that.
thing is, they don't have the kind of steam they used to.
Yeah, they don't.
Well, they still got angry people in front of keyboards.
That's true, but you ignore those people.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of would be a little bit of a. Yeah. Wouldn't it be a little flattering if Scientology?
I follow them on Twitter just to see what they post, and it's boring, like really bad promotional videos.
It's like David
every other religion.
Yeah.
I wish.
We're like David murdered his wife. Am I right?
Yes, actually, that's true.
That's true. Nobody has seen Shelley Miscavige in many years. She's probably gone.
Almost definitely either dead or completely
she's
buried in the Pine Barrens.
If she's not dead, she's on the RPF.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that might.
Scientology.
Some real. If you got what she's talking about, give yourself a pat on the back.
Sign up for that billionaire contract.
I
Dump
worked
my
hard
wife's
for my
body in the
niche knowledge on Scientology.
Yeah, right.
So that's why I think we're fucked. Is no patience. No
work
patience.
harder.
Hashtag Shelley Miscavige. Hashtag
get good.
Hashtag get good. Hashtag please comment Mark Barrow.
Hashtag Arby's chicken, bacon, and sweat.
Yeah. Bring it home.
Christy,
Okay.
why are we fucked this week?
So I've been off work for several days. I took a week off work just because I could.
That's a good week.
Yeah, It's been pretty nice. But that means I'm on my phone more, and so I've been noticing that I've been getting, and this is something we've talked about off the podcast as well, but we've been getting a lot of scam calls lately.
Yeah, what you mean, like on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And
yeah.
in particular, I've been getting the IRS's after you call, like they leave an automated voicemail.
Yeah.
So today I noticed they had already called me like twice from the same number. Like usually, if they call you multiple times, like they switch numbers and stuff, but the same number tried to call me twice. They left the same voicemail twice, and I was like, okay. Phone gave me the option to block it. I'm blocking this number. I don't want to deal with it. But when you block it, your phone doesn't alert you to the call, but you still can get a voicemail.
Oh, okay.
Since I blocked it, I've probably gotten 4 more voicemails from this number today. This is just today.
They're all about the IRS thing?
Yes.
Wow.
From the same number. So, and if anyone doesn't know this scam, it's basically someone calling you and it's like an automated message saying, hey, you're in trouble. This is your last warning from the IRS. We're trying to collect on a debt that you owe to the U.S. government. We're going to file a lawsuit on you. You need to contact us. And they give you a phone number. Don't fucking respond to that.
Don't call the number.
The IRS is always going to use snail mail.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to send you a letter.
They're going to send something in the mail.
Yeah. So don't...
Probably several somethings.
And they're probably going to tell you to call them.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And you could Google the number.
At a verifiable number.
At a verifiable number.
Now, when I look up this phone number that they tell me to call, that they called me from, I don't find anything leading back to the IRS.
Obviously, right.
Obviously.
You got like a call center in Dubuque or what?
I didn't get anything specific. I got a couple other people being like, yeah, it's a scam.
Yeah.
But not as many as I would expect. But still, it's a scam. But the bigger problem here is the fact that this is getting more and more common.
Yeah, I get these all day long. I get at least 2 or 3 a day.
And I think most of us know someone who's been taken in by some kind of scam.
Sure.
That's not the first scam I've dealt with. There was a while back when I moved back into town and I was looking for a job. I went on Craigslist, like you do. And
all the best things are on Craigslist.
all of the best things. I mean, hey, I found a roommate on Craigslist once, and I was not once murdered.
Yeah, most of my furniture and 2 of my physical assaults came from Craigslist.
Anytime you need to charge that old J.O. crystal.
I got a very dim J.O. crystal.
No, you gotta get all weekend with your bros and
just gotta charge
with
that crystal.
all of your J.O. powers combined, you could definitely recharge that crystal.
With your J.O. powers combined,
make sure you
I
get
am Captain Planet.
Just gotta get some positive energy in the room at the sesh.
Yeah, get a nice glow on that crystal,
Get a
bro.
good old glow on that crystal, but don't go through airport security.
And apparently don't use Craigslist to find a job, because what you will find is a whole lot of bait and switch posts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which you respond to, they sound okay. I responded to one, it was supposedly for a local family-owned plumbing company, needed some kind of receptionist type deal. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, looks like the pay's decent.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's probably some of those.
I thought you were gonna say receptacle. Like, local plumbing company is fucking out of receptacles.
Please, we need more places to put it.
Like
we don't have any more room.
A cardboard box.
Anything you've got.
Just an old Rubbermaid, please.
That's all you can find.
Ziplocs, coffee mugs. We're running out of room.
I was going to respond and say, I've got some plastic baggies. So,
anyways, yes.
I respond to this, and like I've responded to 10 billion other posts because I need a fucking job.
Right.
And they respond back, and what they say is something akin to, well, this position is no longer open, but there is a position being basically like a long-distance personal assistant to this guy. I cannot remember his name right now.
Yeah.
But he is a famous, renowned National Geographic photographer.
Right. Wait, you mean the plumbing gig isn't open? Boo. But I get to work for a famous photographer. Yes.
And this sounds like so absurd, but I'm sure people fall for it.
Sure.
Sounds fantastic.
I contacted this guy's website, the photographer's website, and I was like, I just want to let you guys know that someone is using his identity to try to scam people.
Yeah.
Like, someone is directing people to the website, and all the information that they gave to prove that it was legit and it was him was stuff they just screen grabbed from the website, basically. Like, I went to his website and read the exact words that they wrote.
Like, the least effort ever involved in making a scam.
And that's what these people do. Like, it's not the first time I've heard of them doing this. And it pisses me off because if you're on Craigslist looking for a job, you need a fucking job. You need all the money you already have.
Right.
If you're going through your day, you probably need all the money you fucking have. Like, we are not rich people here. And our grandparents.
For yourselves.
You are not sharing the wealth, my friend.
Oh, nope. Just build a collection of top hats.
I can't even blame you. So, we have grandparents, and they're not rich. Like, that's who's getting scammed.
Right.
Yeah.
Not us, because we know technology well enough to be like, well, that's not right. And we know stuff well enough, and our memories are intact, and we don't get confused as easily.
Yeah.
Not that all older people do, but it's more common.
Help me!
And we've had people in our lives that have been taken in by this.
Sure.
And it pisses me off. It's not. That's why we're fucked this week and always.
Yeah, and
because
always.
there's always someone
Schemers.
willing to take advantage of someone else because they're too lazy to just fucking do the thing and figure it out and not take advantage.
Yeah.
The one that I'm surprised is still going on is the
Nigerian
Prince?
no.
That is
the,
still happening.
Yeah, it's definitely still happening.
The people who call pretending to be from Microsoft saying there's a problem with your computer.
Yeah.
It has a story about that.
Yeah, I don't want to tell a big thing, but basically they called my grandfather.
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
the great thing was the coincidence, the beautiful coincidence of this was it happened the day he forgot how to log into Windows. So my mother, thinking, oh shit, he can't get into his computer, something must be up, actually called the number. She got the scammer, and she was on the phone with the guy, and he's telling her to open up basically Windows and R to do msconfig, from which I can only assume, or not msconfig, but open up command prompt, and then I assume he was going to have her ping his IP address, and then he would have her IP address, and then from there all kinds of terrible stuff can happen, right? And people will follow these instructions, but they couldn't sign in. So what actually happened is eventually the guy just goes, I don't have time for this, and hung up on them.
That's really good.
Which is delightful.
Oh, it's amazing.
My mom got one of those calls one time and got on the phone with this guy, and was in India. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these, they route them overseas, and he's like, "We're seeing that you're having problems with your computer," and she goes, "You know what?" I think the guy said his name was Mark. He's like, "You know what, Mark?" No, I'm just saying that because of Mark Miro. Whatever the guy said.
You just read Mark and went, his name was Mark. That's it.
No, but she's like, you know what? That's really funny because I actually don't own a computer, which was true at the time. She didn't. And he's going, no, ma'am, you own a computer. And she's going, no. She's like, seriously? I don't. And they're both on the phone. Like they're laughing with each other on the phone. He's going, come on, ma'am, you have a computer. And she's going, no, seriously, you have the one person in the 21st century who actually doesn't own a computer.
Oh my God.
And she's like, well, okay. You have a nice night now. Just please don't call me again. And he's like, okay, man.
Don't worry, I won't.
So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So guys, if you come across that particular scam, all you have to do is convince him you don't have a fucking computer.
Yeah, ask him what a computer is and make him explain at great length. And every time they get to the end of an explanation, ask more questions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag scam the scammer.
Hashtag Mark Miro, IT guy.
Hashtag pimp my sandwich. Hashtag.
I want some rims on that, Sammy.
Hashtag Shelly Miscavige is dead.
Shelley.
Well, this seems like a really good time for us to take a break. So we are going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back with a little segment that we like to call
The next segment on the show.
the next segment on the show. The one after this one. All right, stick around. Bye.
Hey, bro. Didn't see you there. Do you want to make some sweet games, bro? Sweet games. Come on down to Sven's gym. Where you can get the sweetest games imaginable. We've got all the best machines. We've got the chest machine. Chest machine. We've got the arms machine. Arms machine. We've got the legs machine. Legs machine. Come on down for the lowest monthly fees, starting at $18.95, $43.95, and $185.95. $185.95. Come on down, you fucking stupid pussy. Stupid pussy. You come down, all the women will be like, Sven, touch my big hot boobies. And I'll be like, no, I can't. I'm too busy making sweet games. Sweet games. Come on down to grab my fucking fat balls, you fucking American pussy.
Hello.
Hey, we're doing it.
Welcome back. Woo! We are here. This is us, and it is now Anyone have any problem with that?
No, go ahead.
Cool. All right.
Get on with it.
I'm at me, bro.
We are back with a segment that we call "Here's what I'm smooping, and that's what I'm duping." Schlinging, dinging.
Socking, dingers.
I was gonna say socking and bopping.
Socking a couple dingers.
Is shagging, wagging. Yeah.
Sticky, wicket.
Yes, this is a segment we call "Here's what I'm smoking, and here's what I'm drinking."
Drinking.
Dorking.
Dankin.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, no, donuts.
I will start. Okay, so I haven't talked about this with you, but Christy and Ben both know that I've been trying to take it easy on the smokes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so for like the last 5 days, maybe 6 days, 5 days. Yeah, whatever.
6 days?
Well, I had one of those numbers.
Who knows? What does even 5 mean? Right? So for a number of days, I have been dialing it back. So I am trying to meter it out. I have my Marlboro Edges, but I also have this fantastic robot dick I've been sucking for a while here.
Yeah.
With the vaporizer.
It really turns me on to watch you suck that robot dick, baby.
Oh, it's almost like I'm smorping, but not quite. So get the combination Marlboro Edge and e-cigarette. And I am drinking something I recommended last week.
Yeah.
I think I did anyway. One of the couple of beers I recommended last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Let me look it up because I actually wrote it down.
I can't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
It was last week. The Troganator?
The Troganator.
That's it. Yeah.
That's right. This is it. So, actually, I should offer it up for a sip in case you guys want to try it. But it's a double bock by Trogs. It's a nice kind of. It almost tastes like a porterish kind of dark beer.
Is that the one?
But is it a Johann Sebastian Bach?
The drive-thru guy said it's a thick bitch.
Yes, the guy at the drive-thru told me.
That's good.
I said I wanted to pick it up, and he looks at me just real serious and goes, "That's a thick bitch, man."
It's very good. Actually,
it's really good.
have a puff of this and then have a sip of that. It's very
Okay,
good.
well,
yeah.
I'm gonna have a little s'more. I won't say what it is.
The time-honored tradition of tobacco and alcohol
Oh yeah.
mixes together so well. All we need is a little pasta with some meat. We'd be set.
Oh goddamn, those are good together. You'll have to when it comes to your smorping, you'll have to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm drinking the Troganator. I like it very much. That's what I'm dorping. So I go to eat. Well, Chris has a mouthful of various things.
I'm good.
Most specifically, dick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a fat dick in his mouth. Can't come to the microphone right now. Yeah,
I wouldn't choke on it. I'm better than that.
You're more of a pro than that, lady.
So what are you smorping over there, buddy?
I'm smoking the same tobacco that I've been trying to kill off for the past 3 months. Which I think, ironically, is what Christy's smoking.
Had I known, I just would have used some of yours, but
it's really good. I actually might go get more of it because I really like it.
You guys can get your smorping out of the way together, I guess.
We got it at Havana House. It's the mocha blend there for the pipe tobacco. Doesn't taste like mocha to me, at least, but it's a really good medium kind of tobacco. I've already talked about this. It's a medium tobacco. It's really smoky. It tastes good. Go get it. If you like pipes.
And just go buy it.
Really smoky, you say?
Yes.
It's a smoke that's almost smoky in nature.
It billows more than there's some tobaccos that don't produce a lot of smoke. This is really
it's a smoke that's quite smoke-like.
it's a smork that dorps, you know?
Yeah, it's really a smork that you almost dorp on the
It's stone cold. Steve Austin. No.
What are you dorping?
I'm drinking the classic summer go-to because it is summertime. This is my favorite.
Damn, it's summertime?
Already?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. It feels like just yesterday they changed the chicken, bacon, and Swiss, and now it's summertime.
You know, I was talking to Mark Miro yesterday about the chicken, bacon, and Swiss. And he was telling me that Shelly Miscavige is in the Pacific Ocean somewhere.
Wow. Go ahead and take all that and tweet it to Diane Ream, please. In exact quotes.
Hashtag I wasn't finished yet.
Hashtag chicken, bacon, and dope.
This is derailing.
It really is.
The summer classic.
Yes.
The summer classic, the most drinkable beer that I can think of. Bud Light Lime, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Are you too fat and lazy to put lime in your goddamn beer? Of course you are. You're drunken on the couch.
Let us do it for you.
Go buy a fucking 12-pack of Bud Light Lime, you fat animal. And make sure your wife hates your guts. And it's the most drinkable beer I know. I've actually drank 12 of these and didn't realize that I drank 12 of these in a row.
Yeah.
So
not tonight.
Not tonight. I only have 6, thank God, or I'd be sleeping on your couch.
Do you want to be an alcoholic but barely want to notice? Bud Light Lime!
Thank you, Bud Light.
Can I tell my Bud Light Lime story? Because
Drink responsibly.
it's a good one.
What is your Bud Light Lime story? Do I know that?
You know it. I mentioned it earlier to you guys off the mic.
Oh, which one was this?
So when I'm just going to tell a story and then you'll know.
Yeah.
I was in between jobs and moving home, and I have a cousin who used to work for the local police department, and now, I don't know about now, but at the time was helping to train people who were going to become police officers at the local academy. So he was looking for volunteers, basically to get drunk and to have the field sobriety test done on them. And I was like, I've got nothing else going on in my life. Of course
There's so much burping in this
I know.
podcast.
Of course I'll take your free beer and
right.
food and just get drunk for free that day. So I did. And it was me in a room with like 4 guys who were current police officers. So that was a little weird. But everyone was nice, and they gave us Bud Light Lime.
Yeah.
So it took me like 6 Bud Light Limes. They don't want to get you trashed. They want to get you just to the brink of like the limit, whatever the limit is where you are.
Yeah, so
which
they can
ours
check
is
you,
0.08.
basically.
So yes.
Because it's to train people in field sobriety testing or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
But really, this is like a wake-up call to anyone that thinks they can drink and drive. If you ever volunteer to do this, I suggest it. It was fun, but it was also humiliating. Because you think you're okay. And then you get into a room of people that are in a fucking police academy and are trained to do this.
Yeah.
And you think you're all right, and they're just laughing at you.
Yeah.
Like, outwardly laughing at you. I'm nursing a beer because you don't want to drop below the limit. So I'm sitting in this room, and I'm like, I'm fine. And then I get up and do it, and they're just like, think I'm adorable. They're like, well, aren't you cute and very drunk?
Luckily,
and I'm like,
luckily, I have the alphabet memorized backwards.
It's true. This is your party trick, among many other things,
Yes.
I think. You want to just do it for the listeners? They're going to like this.
ZYXWVUT
Wow.
yeah, that's some shit right there.
Hashtag cool party trick.
Hashtag.
Hashtag we have the
Fuck the
meats.
police.
Hashtag Ice Cube, where are you? Hashtag we want the Chronic 4.
Hashtag Diane Ream.
Hashtag Diane Ream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so Christy, we know what you smorping because we just jumped off that. You want to get to what you're dorping?
Yes, I am dorping my own concoction.
A special drink.
It's a little special drink of pearl.
Just a little drinksy poo.
Just
Just a little
drink a poodle.
Just a little special something.
It's just a poodle.
I'm drinking the blood of a poodle.
I'm drinking
I put a
a poodle.
straw in a poodle, and I'm just drinking that.
And it's getting all shrivelly and weird.
Well, more so than normal.
If you hear the plaintive cries of a toy-sized dog, that's what it is.
This would be a great time for the dog to start whining.
The telltale signs of a shrieking dog.
Hashtag that one. But your special drink.
Yes. For years I've been making this concoction. It's similar to a Shirley Temple. I use Evan Williams because it's cheap and it's a decent mixing whiskey.
It's a good bourbon, yeah.
And I mix it with some kind of citrus soda. Mm-hmm. Right now I'm using a Walgreens Nice brand lemon and lime soda because it's 99 cents for 2 liters.
For the nice people.
It's the most generic store branded item ever. It's nice with an exclamation.
It's a Mr. Twist.
Mr. Tweed.
Mr. Twist.
Nice is what you call something when you don't have anything nice to say about it, but you need to say something.
That's nice.
Oh, that's
It's
nice. Yeah.
So, it's
Have you mentioned the
citrus
name?
soda. Oh, yes. This is what I call a drunken double bubble.
It tastes like double bubble.
It tastes like double bubble. It's the citrus soda, the whiskey, and then a little bit of, or a lot of bit of grenadine, if you're like me, and a decent amount of bitters. And in the right proportions, it tastes just like double bubble, and it'll get you drunk.
It'll get you drunk.
Fantastic, and it is very delicious.
It is really good. Yeah, I can speak to that.
Ben, we just have to say it.
I'm not smoking or drinking anything right now.
Neither Smorpin nor Dorpin.
Which is, let's be in a moment of rare seriousness, totally cool.
Yeah.
You don't come Smorp and Dorp all the time.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm of the three of us, I'm the only one who has never developed a smoking habit.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm actually trying to. I was drinking a Monster, one of these Monster.
That counts.
You want a root beer?
Mega energy. Oh, root beer might be good.
There's root beer on that shelf up there, next to the counter.
Yeah, but I have not been. I've not been responsible with my booze lately, so I'm just
Take the night off.
You gotta edge it off.
had a sip of the Troganator, but
Yeah, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with taking the night off.
Yeah, right.
Nothing wrong with that.
If anyone knows the value of taking a night off once in a while, it's your buddy right here.
There's also nothing wrong with being a teetotaler. You know, whatever you do, you guys.
Except that I inherently don't trust you if you're.
I've had friends, as long as you're the kind of person that's not super judgmental to people who do drink.
Yeah,
Then
right.
we can be cool.
We're cool.
I've had plenty of friends that don't drink for whatever reason. They're not assholes about it, and I'm not an asshole to them.
There you go.
We're
Right.
good friends.
Nothing wrong with that.
I wonder. I'm wondering how much my Counter-Strike play will improve if I like take a week off drinking and
Probably a lot.
let my mind kind of come back into a because it takes. I learned from my therapist it takes 3 days to detox completely from alcohol.
That is insane to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't know because I haven't stopped drinking since I was 19.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. The longest since I turned 21, the longest stretch I've gone without drinking, I think, was the beginning of this year after New Year's when I stopped drinking for about 12 days.
Yeah.
Because the hangover from the New Year's party was that intense, and I couldn't drink for like a couple of days, and then it just kept going.
I blame the spritzers.
Oh yeah, that was all my fault.
That was all spritzers.
That was all my. So we'll do a little brief story here. Trisha and I had the bright idea to make caribou loos.
Yeah, we might have talked about this on the show. I can't remember.
I don't know if we did. Yeah, for those of you who don't know what a caribou loo is, go listen to the
Why? What's in it?
Tech Nine song. I'm glad you asked, Dan. Go listen to the Tech Nine song, Caribou Loo. It's half a bottle of 151 off in a jug, 1 cup of Malibu rum. Maybe that's what's up. Then you fill the rest of the jug with pineapple juice, and it's cracking. The only defect's waking up like what happened.
Why? Yeah, that is what's in it.
And that's what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
That's how it went.
But we ran out of pineapple.
We ran out of pineapple juice, so I started mixing it. Like half of it was pineapple juice, and then the rest was Sprite. So we made spritzers.
The following morning, we had about 7 or 8 very hungover people. In
Very
this house.
hungover.
Yes.
Very
We ate a
hungover.
butt ton of like eggs
Bacon
and meat, I
and
think.
sausage
Yeah.
gravy.
Yeah.
I was
that's
just
right.
happy to not have to work that day
Yeah.
because the New Year's prior, I had to get up and be at work at like 7 in the morning.
Oh fuck!
And it was my first day of working a new
That
job.
was a disaster.
It was a hot mess.
Sorry.
I was not a happy kid.
Yeah, I kept walking around with the big milk jug filling up people's drinks. It's like you'd finish like
This
half.
past year was fine
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
didn't have to.
Oh, here I
work
come with the
next day.
spritzer. Here I come with the caribou loo. Oh no, I tripped. Oh no, it's going all in my glass.
Oh no!
The goddamn liquor fairy would not leave me alone.
Sorry. Well, I'm sorry because like I decided that every New Year's party you have,
Yes.
I'm gonna bring a new hip hop drink in. So get ready.
Oh, gin and juice this
Gin
New
and
Year's.
juice is this year.
Gin Lemon juice.
That's right.
What about the one that uses Robitussin?
Oh yeah,
we
it's
can do scissor up, sipping on some
Scissor, yeah.
Let's do it. I'm all for that, baby.
That's fucked.
Just don't buy it.
Fucked. We're not drinking Robitussin with you on New Year's.
I'm all. You guys are laughing. I would probably do that. A little bit of 7-Up.
I like what's left of my liver.
Ice. Yeah, right.
Oh my god. So okay, well let's move on because I think we've covered smoking and then short-burn endorphin.
Yeah.
I want to get to this week's topic.
The main event.
The main event. This week's topic is something I feel like we can all relate to, and I feel like it's just a real easy in for discussion. So all of us here, and I know this, all of us have worked jobs, and some still do, where we deal immediately with the general public.
Yes.
Who you can more or less agree are the worst. The worst group is a random sample of people that go through.
Fuck the general public.
For example, a library or a pizza shop, or just like any number of places where people just come on through, and you just get a random sample of the shittiest people on planet Earth.
I think my favorite quote about the general public comes from Tommy Lee Jones as Agent K in Men in Black.
Yeah.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals,
idiots.
and you know it.
Right.
So I wanted to open this up, and it doesn't have to be like where you worked there, but just places where you've been with the general public and just realize exactly how terrible or stupid or just unself-aware, just the worst experiences you've had with the general public.
God, there's just so many.
I know. I thought there would be. I thought we'd have a lot of them. Yeah.
This, sifting through the good ones is going to be hard because I have a lot of good ones. All right, I have a good story to start.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Why don't you start?
Dave, you and I both used to work at Mark's at different intervals. You worked there a little bit before me, and then you left, and then I ended up working there for like 3 years.
In sunny Austintown,
Ohio. I was actually the unofficial position of the stock lead, which meant that whenever I was the stock guy in charge of kind of bossing the other stock guys around.
I don't even know if that existed.
It wasn't an official position, but that was like Rich Hanley, who was both of our managers at different times. Lisa Stredning was one of my managers. They all kind of like deemed
the real names.
No, I just like to think that you just decided.
I just made it up. Yeah, no. But they all told me
I'm the
You're
stock
dumb,
lead now.
so I'm just going to tell you all what to do now.
That officially,
unofficially
unofficially became my position one day in the summertime. I'm sure you remember this, Dave.
Yeah.
The compressors for all the cooling devices for the store were on the roof.
Yeah.
And in the summertime, because they were so old and they never wanted to pay to replace them, they would explode. They would break. So all the coolers would break, all the freezers would break, and it was panic mode in the store because we had to pull product out of the cases to keep it from going
like a lot
bad.
Of ice cream and milk.
Right, exactly. And we would put it in the big freezers in the back or the big coolers in the back to keep everything from going bad. What the fuck?
I don't even know what that
An ice cube just popped.
Oh wow!
That was really
I bet the microphone caught that.
Yeah,
that was great.
cool.
I'm sure it did.
No, but so like officially, unofficially, I remember Lisa, we were trying to figure out what to do. And there were three other stock guys there besides me who were all green. They just didn't know what they were like young kids, lazy. I was the only one there, and I was a young kid, and I was lazy. But when I was at work, I do my job. Get off your ass, do your job. Quit complaining.
You just gotta care enough.
You just enough, right? And I always did, and they always respected me for that. So they were the other guys were panicking because this is the first moment in their job where they actually have to work their job and they have no idea what to do. So I remember Lisa, who was doing other manager stuff that's going on at the time while this is happening, is going, she just listen to whatever Brady tells you to do. and just whatever he says, don't question it, just do it, and we'll get this taken care of. And I said,
kudos to you for being the guy
that guy
who
actually did that.
That they can call some shots every now and then.
Yeah, someone's got to
an issue.
Someone's got to grab the wheel when the boat's sinking.
You have to be that guy sometimes. Right. You have to be that guy. So I remember crystal clear, let's go. I said, you two come with me. I said, we got to get cardboard boxes. We're going to cover it because the frozen stuff, we can't pull all the frozen stuff out in the cases.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, you two come with me. Let's get this all straightened out. So I was always kind of that guy at Mark's.
Yeah, sure.
Because of this, I was always the guy that could get away with a lot, and
of course,
nobody would call me on it because I was just
They respect.
Yeah, right. They couldn't at that point. They couldn't afford to lose you.
So I remember one time it was near Christmas. This is a really stupid story. This one time it's near Christmas. I'm stocking the dairy coolers. We're getting everything ready. It's a busy time when everybody's preparing for holidays. I had this guy come up to me. And he looked like he was right out of an episode of Cops. This dude, like 5'6", white trash, wife beater.
Oh, okay. So he's not one of the cops, like I first pictured. He's just a police officer.
Like, Chris, you could just say he was a police officer.
He looks like he's about to dive out of a white, like a pile of white powder. Just go running down the street.
No, short guy, white trashy. Not all his teeth are there. The standard white boy tattoos.
Basically, exactly like what I look like.
Yes, sure.
Minus the tattoos.
Yeah.
Baby, I gotta get some
minus
of
the
those
tattoos and the stature and the wife beater.
They can't see me, guys.
And positive the teeth. But this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, where the reefs at?" And I said, "Australia." I remember my buddy Devin was standing next to me at the time, and he just went and turned and did one of these and had to cover his face.
Where are the reefs at?
And the guy goes, "What?" And I said, "They're right over here. Let me show you." And I just thought to myself, I really want this guy to get home. I want him to live in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And he drove 40 minutes to come here for some reason. And I want him to get in his car and be halfway home and go, "Oh, son of a bitch." He picked up on the joke way too late.
Fuck? What was he actually?
Reefs. Christmas wreaths.
Okay.
Where the reefs at?
Where the reefs at?
Where the reefs at?
Yeah.
It was like a moment of
Queerity. A moment of queerity.
It was a moment of clear, quick wit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought at first he was asking for marijuana.
Yeah, right.
I did too, and then I realized.
Where the trees at?
That's also how you ask where marijuana is.
Yes.
It is.
Where the reefs at?
Where the reefs at? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just of all, I've worked a lot of public jobs before.
Yeah.
Of all the shitty public jobs that I've worked, that was the most large, diverse sample size of awful people.
The reason I brought this up was because of Mark's.
Yeah.
Because I have a handful of stories from there, and the one I wanted to tell on microphone is the most disgusted I ever was with human beings.
Yeah.
Was at Mark's.
Yeah.
I remember I was working stock that day, and I got the call that you dread as a stock boy more than anything else in the world.
Somebody shit on the floor.
Which is there's a huge mess in the bathroom, and it's your problem now.
Yep.
So I took this, and the thing is, when you were there, I'm pretty sure you set some boundaries, right? You're like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, right.
That's someone else's job.
Yeah.
Which was smart, and I never figured out how to do that.
Yeah, I say in the interview, "Hey, I'm not a janitor. I'm not. I did it once or twice. More than once. I did it a couple times at Mark's, and then, I was like, "Hey, you know what? I said in my interview I'm not going to do this, so I'm just not going to do it."
Yeah, right.
So you know what I mean? Thank you, people. Yeah.
At my job, they used to have a policy that if the employees refused, the managers had to do the cleanup.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point that the managers were like,
they refused.
No. So now we have a biohazard team.
There you go.
They go and we rope it off.
Yeah.
And they clean it up.
Like the guys that took ET come in.
On more than one occasion, this does mean I did not get to eat the lunch I carefully packed for that day because the hallway that leads to the break room is the same hallway where the bathrooms are.
Oh my god.
So if it's roped off, I don't get my chorizo taco, and I'm still mad about it. But it means that the employees don't have to do or deal with ridiculously gross and unhealthy shit that we shouldn't have to.
Biohazard teams make $50,000 or $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
They can clean it up.
And I'm sure it's a dedicated team to the corporate company I work for.
Yeah. But I didn't have this system in place, so I had to go mop shit. So I remember going to get in my mop and walking over to the bathroom, having no idea what I was getting into.
There's always that moment when you open the stall and you see it.
I got this beat because it was way before that. Because as I'm approaching the bathroom, I'm seeing a trail of human shit.
Who does this?
That's the word.
That's
Once
$1 million
a month
question.
at Mark's.
Yeah.
Once a
people
month.
in the town that you currently live in. And
Yes. So on the way in, and this, I'm going into the women's room. I'm seeing a line on the floor of like drip, 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 drip.
It's always the women's room.
yeah,
It's always
I'm
women's
sorry.
room.
Okay, dudes get a bad rep for having gross bathrooms.
Let's hear it, resident lady.
Women have real gross bathrooms.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Sister.
it is either.
Preach.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is either. I mean, there's like arterial spray of shit on walls, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Go.
you sit on the toilet.
My working theory was that old men don't shop.
Yes, you've told me this.
Yes, and I think it makes the most sense. Old men don't shop. They sit at home and jack off or whatever they do. Old women go out and shop, and all the incontinence of the region is the old women because they're out.
Right.
They're going and doing things. So I'm seeing drip, drip, drip all the way, and I'm going, oh fuck, oh no, it's gonna be more in there. And I was right, and he opened the door, and there was drip, drip, drip over to the sink, and then drip, drip, drip around and over to the stall, which the door was closed because someone
It's-
obviously had been horrified by what they saw and slammed that thing behind them.
Yeah.
It's like the worst Hansel and Gretel
It's Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretzky.
How that goes.
Hansel and Gretzky.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the dynamic duo.
It was a terrible shit crumb trail that led to a nasty gumdrop forest kind of nightmare.
Oh, wow. Terrible shit come.
Shit cum. Ugh. This is not what I encountered.
Hashtag shit
Shit
come.
cum. Hashtag Diane Ream. Anyway, I open the door and what I see is appalling.
Yeah.
It's not just like I thought. Okay, it's gonna be in and around the toilet. There was shit on the wall. There was shit on the seat. There was shit under the seat. There was a rolling cascade of shit down the front of the bowl, and there was a whole puddle in the middle of the floor, inside which, and I am not lying, was a whole kidney bean.
I was so terrified you were going to stop at kidney.
I've heard this story.
The skin was on it and everything. It was perfectly intact. It was a whole kidney bean.
It's kind of impressive.
It made it the whole way through. I don't know how the kidney bean made it through the digestive tract.
I just like to think that was the last touch on the cake. Like,
Yeah, it's just a little. Yeah, once the mess was
Possibly,
made, just
they had to swallow that bean whole.
yeah,
they just swallow that bean whole.
They had to swallow that
swallow
bean.
it whole.
They had to swallow that bean whole. They did
God
not
almighty.
chew it.
Hashtag swallow that bean whole.
Okay, that sounds like
Until it comes
a
out your
reference
bean hole.
to clip play, but
Does it? Yeah,
Yeah,
it
fuck
does.
that bean.
Yeah, swallow
Sometimes
that
you gotta
bean.
swallow that bean
Swallow
whole.
that
Sometimes
bean
sometimes
whole.
you just gotta swallow that whole bean.
Yeah. And also, don't devour anyone's
Please
clitoris.
Please don't.
Not on us if you do that.
Hashtag don't eat
Don't
that
eat my
clitoris.
clitoris.
Hashtag clitpotle.
So anyway, that's one of my stories.
Yeah, that is
Does
disgusting.
anyone else have anything just being revolted or embarrassed by the general public?
So I used to work at a library. I used to work specifically at the library on campus.
Yeah, right. YSU campus.
Yeah. By and large, that was a fun job.
Yeah.
During the summer, there wasn't much to do. Night shifts, you could study, and it was just generally a pretty laid back environment. And, you know, no unreasonable demands were really made of us there.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate because, you know, the general public that attends college has maybe a bit more common sense than the general public at large.
At least you would hope so.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, they do.
Yeah.
But there's still weird shit happens in libraries.
Sure.
I worked there for 6 years, and I can tell you, weird shit goes down in libraries.
You ever catch anyone fucking?
I was just gonna ask
one of-
because according to porn,
Yeah.
everyone fucks in
Well, why not
libraries.
fuck in a library?
According to porn.
One of
Hashtag according to porn.
All of the porn I watch dictates that you're fucking in library.
Yeah.
Why not?
Campus police help close down the library every night. They sweep the building and whatever.
Yeah.
No squirting on these chairs.
Sweeping the buildings for perverts.
Yep.
A few times they have caught people fucking. Not even in like the study cubicles or in like the bathrooms or someplace, out of the way. In the stacks, like between the shelves.
Yes.
Just knocking
That's
books
what
off
they
the
do
shelves
in
and fucking on the books.
Right on the filthy fucking carpet.
Just
Fucking on Mein Kampf.
Just a pile of Nazi literature with a just boning happening right on top of it.
Porn. People watch porn in libraries.
Yeah, sure.
all the time.
Yeah. Well, they have
of
access to
course.
computers.
And
right?
this isn't even a public library. You have to be a student to use the library. So students, will get on these computers
And then get off on those computers.
There are a couple of instances that come to mind though that are wholly unique. One of them being
I'm sorry, I just made
made the sign of the cross for holy.
holy unique.
All right, please. I'm sorry.
So a couple situations that I think are fairly unique in my time there. One was when I showed up for work one morning and there were these two pictures of these two fucking ugly looking white dudes just hanging up behind the circulation disc.
All right.
And I when I came in, they said, if you see these guys, tell us immediately, and we gotta call campus police. And I'm like, what? Why? What happened? And apparently, the night before, they had shit on the floor in the periodical section.
In the periodical.
Wait, both of them?
They both shit.
They both shit.
I think it was both of them, but they shit.
So weird and orchestrated.
I know.
Well,
It's not like one guy really had to
was
shit.
it like a tandem shit? Did they shit?
Did they hold hands?
It
Did they do
might
that
have been-
move while you squat and stretch and hold hands and shit?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It was premeditated.
Premeditated shit.
Because
The mad shitters have struck the
because
library.
and they knew this because these guys had like notes in their backpacks. Among those notes, it was serious.
Serial shitting ring?
Well, like actual serious notes about like desecrating the campus and everything, and like a list of names, of campus police officers.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, this sounds like a shit list, is what it is. It's a shit list.
It's a shit list.
It's a shit list.
These guys were genuinely fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And so they were banned from campus.
They're also shitting nuts.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Some maybe.
Maybe a whole kidney bean right on top of the.
Maybe they had allergies. We don't know.
The cherry on top of the shit sundae.
They might have had allergies.
This is amazing. This is amazing. They had planned it out.
A tandem shit.
To desecrate
Also,
and vandalize campus.
I wish my shits were that regular.
Right. I mean,
Whether or not it all involved shitting on various buildings, I don't know.
I hope so. I'd like to think so.
I would love to imagine the text messages that preceded this throughout the day of like, you have to shit yet? No. How about yet? Not quite.
You know they just
Getting there.
went to Taco Bell like
Yeah. I mean, it's right
30
there.
minutes beforehand.
It's right there.
That's amazing. They had a list.
That was by far what I think the strangest thing that happened in my time there.
That's amazing.
I can recall also people not grasping the concept of you need a student ID to check shit out.
Yeah, right.
There was this one woman who came in. She was non-traditional, so she looked like maybe mid to late 30s, and
she was a clown on stilts.
what?
Non-traditional students.
Whereas most students are not clowns on stilts, this woman was. She was quite non-traditional. She was a talking panda. She was a leprechaun.
She was several pigeons dressed dressed up as a person with a trench coat over top.
She was a hand-drawn picture of Mayor McNally.
Oh, it's funny.
She was made entirely of styrofoam.
She was a life-size cutout of Xena the Warrior. Which
was
I
a
shit
bird.
you not, we had at my college campus.
She was a bird on roller skates.
She was half squid, but not the bottom half, the top half.
She was the real-life Scruff McGruff. Very non-traditional.
We all just lost
Okay.
our shit there.
Wow, that was worth it. That was worth it. All right. Oh my god. That's so clown on stilts. You weird fuck.
I'm trying to
She
light
wore a
my
blouse
goddamn
made of
pipe and I'm
tilapia.
blowing it with the matches. Okay. Continue.
All right.
So anyway,
Jesus Christ.
mid to late 30s. Coincidentally, she was also on stilts. But she came in and asked to check something out of closed reserve. Closed reserve.
Okay. Closed reserve? I feel really stupid. What are you talking about?
Wherein professors put textbooks on a special reserve behind the circulation desk.
Gotcha.
Students can come in, present their student ID, and check that material out for up to 3 hours.
Okay, so they're books that are required for some classwork, so they don't just let someone take it for a couple of days.
Yeah,
Right.
You can study with it essentially in the library.
Okay.
Some of them you could have for a few days, but if it's something like, the whole class needs to look at, you can only have it out for like a couple
Right.
hours, and it can't leave the library. So this woman comes in and needs something off of closed reserve, and I said, all right, I just need your student ID. And she says, why? Like, well, because that's what, I got to check it out to you. It's got to go in the system. Well, can I just tell you my name? No, you
That's
can't.
not how life works.
That's
Right.
Yeah. I need to know who you are.
And so she starts getting real indignant and pissy with me, and
Right.
being like, I need this for a class.
I only have these stilts for 4 more hours. I need to read this book way up there.
Stop staring at my halibut dress.
Say nothing about the fact that I'm actually a grizzly bear.
So my supervisor comes up to the desk and he says, I'll take care of this. Don't worry about it. And so he's trying to impress upon her the importance of having your student ID, and then he eventually just says, "Look, we need something to keep behind the desk. Do you have like any ID? Yeah, a driver's license?" And she says, "No, because that stuff gets stolen."
What?
She had no form of ID on her at all. No wallet.
Because
nothing.
they get stolen?
Because she's paranoid about her shit being stolen, I guess.
Oh my god.
I once let a guy borrow my CSI DVDs. And this guy...
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm sure there's a segue here, but what the fuck?
Okay, we'll get to it.
Okay, yeah.
A huge CSI fan, forensic science major. This dude who would hang out in my room with my roommate all the time was into CSI, and he wanted to borrow my DVD, but I had a bad experience with someone borrowing them, dropping out of school, and almost not giving it back to me. Mm-hmm. So I told him I need collateral. I was basically the CSI library.
Oh, right.
And I need collateral, and he gave me his debit card.
Wow. Oh my god.
Dude was seriously wanting to watch CSI.
Wow.
Seriously.
I've never wanted to watch any TV show that much.
I know.
right?
And he later shot a gun into a house, and there was a child there. No one got hurt. But he gave me my
What
CSI.
is this story?
Just
This
saying.
is like 5 stories.
Even assholes who do horrible things
Right.
know that you need to provide some kind of collateral so you can use the material.
Was he a bear in a fez on a unicycle?
He was not, but he only had one leg.
Was
and
this-
The story keeps getting weirder. What the fuck?
Dude, Ben, I so want to know what happened in the library, but like, what the fuck?
We'll talk about it later. Listen.
That is like a whole other episode.
What happened is my supervisor gave up and just gave her the book.
Oh wow.
Because she was.
They always give up. They always give up. I would not be that.
She was just shouting up a storm and just making a big scene and
get the fuck out of my library.
Yeah,
get out.
Yeah. Take the very large mechanical door that your 30-foot ass can step out
Right.
of.
And make sure that it doesn't hit you when you walk through it.
I have a very defined sense of right and wrong, and it really pisses me off when people do bad shit and get rewarded for it.
I hate that.
Which means I should not work in customer
Retail, right,
service,
exactly,
but I always do.
Yeah, right.
The one where I did get an ID. This one's very memorable. Was a real hot summer day. It was probably like high 80s, if I remember rightly.
Tell me, boy. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just.
Hungry hat.
And
Heavy hat.
and this large woman comes in.
Like they do.
Like she's probably about 6 foot and probably about the same width-wise as well.
Okay, so like Fat
wait.
Amazon.
6 feet wide?
This was a large.
That's impressive. Like,
You gotta say she's Violet. Violet, you're turning Violet.
She
no
rolls
fat
in.
shaming here, but I'm impressed.
You need your ID to check out a library.
Well, okay, I'm exaggerating a bit, but okay, I can tell you this though. This woman, is
I know where this is going.
barely dressed in anything.
I remember this story.
Her breasts are
Pendulous.
extraordinarily pendulous. Like we're talking like basketball size.
Testing the tensile strength of what cotton can do.
Pretty much. And
Not much.
and she's there to pick up a book she ordered online, and I'm like, okay, do you have your student ID? Reaches into her cleavage, wedges this fucking laminated
Sweaty,
ID out,
slippery.
it is damp. It is unforgivably damp. I'm just like kind of gingerly. She's not even paying attention. Like she's on her phone.
Oh,
She's
go away.
That's probably Aubrey's probably here.
Okay.
She's like
Wait, hold it.
There he goes.
Oh, god damn it.
He's all right. He's good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
she's not even listening. She's like on her phone. She's
Yeah.
not even looking. And so I'm just like holding this fucking thing by the edge. Meanwhile, my supervisor's like behind me, and I can see him just like trying his hardest not to laugh.
Yeah.
It was maybe the second most disgusting thing that I've
Super
been
revolting.
through at the library. Yeah.
And, okay, ladies, I know that we don't have good pockets.
not
and we
an
have to wear a
excuse.
purse. But we need to stop putting shit in the girls in the summertime.
Don't keep stuff in your cracks.
I will pull stuff out of my ass crack from now on if this keeps happening.
Yeah.
I will store my entire wallet between the cheeks of my
that's
ass.
not quite equivalent because I don't shit out of my tits.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit tits.
But-
I can verify this.
Hashtag shit tits.
You can verify I've never once shit out of my tits.
Hashtag motivational speaker Mark Nero. No, I refused.
Seriously.
I refused a woman at Best Buy. She pulled out a wad of sweaty cash from her boobs.
Yeah.
Cash is
And
the
I said, I'm not taking that. And she said, what? I said, I can't take that.
Yeah.
And she's like, why not? I'm like, you just pulled it from your shirt. And I probably would have done it if she was nice, but she was like bitchy up to the the whole thing. And I said, I'm not taking that. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm just not taking that money if it came from your shirt.
I mean, your money is covered in tit sweat.
Tit sweat,
Yeah.
right.
Tit sweat.
And I don't want
Tit sweat.
sweat.
Sweat and tits.
And I don't
tit
want to
sweat.
handle your bodily fluids to make this transaction.
And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm like, do you have a credit card?
That's not in
And
your
she
tits?
gave in. She's like, And she like went into her purse. She had her cash.
Wait! She had a purse?
She had a purse and she had cash in her boobs. I swear to God. And she's like, oh, all right, fine. And like just swiped her credit card.
I think she was testing the waters, buddy.
Good.
I think she was trying to figure out what you thought of her sweaty tip money.
I'm done letting people get away with bullshit. As I've said on this podcast before, you're not getting away with that shit anymore. So yeah.
Oh, jeez.
With I want to try to keep this ship running. So
Yes.
I gotta come to Kirby Steel and Powersport.
Okay, I've got a couple. I've worked. Basically, every job I've ever worked has been customer service in some way, shape, or form, and I'm somehow good at it, despite the fact that I hate people.
You hate everybody.
I hate everybody, and my face betrays me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mom has laughed at me several times over the fact that, like, I used to work at a deli.
Yeah.
In a Walmart, which is the most horrible thing. And, like, I sound really calm and nice. I'd be like, no, it's okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
But people will be like, oh no, I can tell you're annoyed at me because my face looks like I'm going to murder you. Because I can't hide it.
Oh no, you're fine.
No, I always sound pleasant. I always look like I'm going to kill.
What kind of turkey do you want?
Exactly.
You've got deli stories.
I've got deli stories. I actually wasn't going to tell one of those, but now I'm thinking I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me start with Milkshake Guy.
Our story begins with Milkshake Guy.
I used
Many
to work...
years ago.
He did bringeth all the boys to the yard.
They were like,
If only.
no, it's better than yours.
And I'm like, I could teach you, but I have to charge.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I worked at Cold Stone Creamery.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the place where they have the Cold Stone?
It's
And the
like
cream?
a frosty slab.
It's like a place.
It's
like
a frosty slab
like
right
a rock.
across your face.
It's like a rock, but it's chili. And
Yeah.
They put dairy products on it.
No,
Exactly.
I've made
Icy
Boulder.
I've made, as it were, I've made the mistake before of going to the Cold Stone Crematorium. Not the same thing. You ask for ice cream there, they just give you like the death glare.
Yeah.
Oh my
What's
god!
this? It's not even cold. It's just a big pile of ashes.
I can't eat this.
There's no spoon even.
There's people crying all over the place. Like Jesus, what a
I
downer.
went in here to eat my sorrow, and all I got was more sorrow.
And all I got was Milton Jones died 4 weeks ago.
So you were working at Frigid Slab.
Yes, and this guy came in, and he asked for a milkshake. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And he said he wants a chocolate milkshake. And I'm like, okay.
Sounds
so
easy.
you want-
We've got that.
Yeah, I can handle this. All of my training has prepared me for this day. So I'm like, okay, so you want chocolate ice cream?
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
Wait, what?
And I'm like, okay.
A conundrum presents itself.
So you want
remember this
sweet
story.
cream ice cream, which is basically Cold Stone's version of vanilla,
Yeah.
and you want fudge as your topping, and that'll make a chocolate milkshake. And he says, no.
No.
So we go back and forth several rounds of me just completely befuddled.
Wow.
A line is forming, and he goes, you guys have done this before. You know what to do. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir. I've never helped you before.
I do know what to do, but do you know what I know how
I'm
to
like,
do?
and here's the thing that people don't realize is that a lot of people will say like chocolate milkshake, but mean milkshake. Like they use chocolate milkshake as a term for milkshakes.
Wait,
Like how people in the South say Coke for every type of soda?
Exactly.
Who the
people
fuck
just
does
do that. I don't know. It's just like a mental.
What kind of
lapse.
goddamn animal doesn't specify what kind of ice cream
Exactly.
they want?
So I verified. I was like, so you want a vanilla milkshake? And he's like, no, I want a chocolate milkshake. And I was like, okay. But he wanted it with the sweet cream ice cream. And I'm like, sir, at this point I'm frazzled. I don't know what he wants. I'm confused. And like all of my customer service just like it leaves and I go, sir, last time I checked, sweet cream was vanilla. I don't know what you want me to do to make it chocolate. Like he wanted a chocolate milkshake, but he wanted me to add no chocolate, and I'm not magical.
I think I would have been crying at this point. I don't know how you did this.
I was not happy, and he was not happy. The man walked out,
Good. Good.
Yay!
Fuck off.
Get the fuck
He got
out of here.
no milkshake,
You
and I gave
fucking
the people,
asshole.
I gave the people in line the most pathetic look of like, do you know what he wanted? I don't know what he wanted.
Does anybody know what he wanted?
What happened right now?
Unbelievable.
But I never saw him again. What I think happened is that the last time he came, I am like, I've mentioned before, I have an obsessive personality, and so I like over-verify things because I'm broken and I need to. So I think what probably happened was the last time he came in, he asked for a chocolate milkshake with sweet cream ice cream, so they just added the fudge, assuming that's what he wanted. So when he came into me, and I said, what do you want? And he said, a chocolate milkshake with sweet cream ice cream. I verified, oh, you want me to add fudge to it to make it chocolate? And he didn't know because they didn't tell him that's what they did.
Man, this ice cream saga is amazing.
So rather than be like a nice guy about it,
And be like, yeah, that's probably what happened. He fought with me over it.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't do anything wrong.
You guys know how to do this.
Yeah, like, I'm just trying to figure out what you want.
It's like he's a feudal lord, like, bring me the ice cream I require as I wish.
So mad. And my coworkers, after we, like, rang out everyone else in line, they're like, last time I checked, sweet cream ice cream was vanilla.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
bitch came out.
Right. Listen, I was thinking that when you said that. I'm like, wow, that's pretty direct.
That's like way bitchier than I ever am to anybody. But it just happens sometimes.
Let's just get clear on this.
Yes. Let's.
90% of the time, and I'm just going to throw an entire group of people under the bus.
Cool, let's do
It's
that.
baby boomers.
Yeah, it's boomers.
You notice that
Sorry, boomers.
there's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's by and large people of that generation.
Yeah.
And it doesn't discriminate on gender. It doesn't discriminate on color, largely, although I would argue that mostly white people.
I think it
mostly
depends
white
on what
people.
customer service you're working in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as the gender goes.
Yeah.
Like, where I work now, I work in a pharmacy, so I can't talk details all of their stories, but
Yeah,
there's
sure.
people lost.
You can speak in the
But
generalities, I imagine.
Generally, it's a lot of, as far as the boomer generation, a lot of women, because they still have somewhat traditional values.
Sure.
So it's the women going to the store to get the prescriptions. And a lot of times, if it's a guy going to the store to get the prescription, they don't know what to do, and they get angry that they're not doing it right.
Right.
And then they're like yelling at you, and you're like, "This is not my fault that you don't know what to do."
All right, let's get clear here, because working at Mark's, I bet you came across this too. The wife who sent their husbands to the store to like pick stuff out, and let me say, because I know a lot of comedians are like, stop sending your husbands to the store to pick stuff out. No, go to the
Comedians
store.
are always saying that.
Go to the store and pick stuff out, you fucking lazy animal. But like, you don't have to clarify with your wife. Be smart enough to know what you need. Because I'd have guys. I remember one guy. He was like, "Can you show me the cans of tomatoes where the tomatoes are at?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure, they're over here." And she's like, "Yeah, man, my wife needs Italian seasoned tomatoes." I'm like, "Oh, here you go. Here's 3 brands." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know what brand to get." And I'm like, just
get some tomatoes.
like that. I was like, that's Dave Fratelli. That's the cheapest.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if my wife will want that or not. I'm like,
Well, they're good. Just
I'm like,
buy them.
no, they're good. It's all the same shit. It's Italian seasoned diced tomatoes.
fine.
It's literally all the same shit.
There's not a way to make that much different a tomato.
And I'm like, well, they're all the same. I just save the money. He's like, no, I better call my wife. No, like you're the reason that men have a bad name.
Oh,
Stop
God.
doing that shit. Just pick something.
have some
I
stones
can't
and buy
tell
a
you.
tomato.
Jesus fuck.
I can't tell you how many men have come to the pharmacy counter and gone, "I need help finding something. It's
Yeah.
for lady stuff."
Oh, for the microphone, that's lady stuff.
Yeah. Come on. Like,
And typically it's been Midol.
yeah.
You guys know what Midol is.
I take Midol for my headaches.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
You didn't know, granted,
You don't take them in my mouth, right? You
Granted-
put them right up in there?
Right up in there.
Yeah, that's what I
right
thought.
up, I insert them into my ear.
and like the Midol's not in the same place as it's in the same aisle, but not the same place as the other painkillers. It can
Yeah.
be confusing. But he didn't even know what my doll was.
Right.
He just knew that it did something with a period.
What?
And he needed help. So he came to the nearest female, somewhat professional person in the pharmacy and went,
please help me. I'm so scared.
Where's the my doll? And I was like, I'll come help you find it.
What fantasy world do these people live in where they're going to be judged for like getting a box of tampons or like
gives a shit?
like
Who cares?
like you think like what do they think they're going to get to the checkout counter and the guy's going to be like oh are you getting these for your vagina?
Right. Yeah. Like pussy. Like
Nobody gives a shit. Just
Nobody
buy
fucking
this
cares.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and I think about all the times that I've been an idiot and my girlfriend has done something nice for me, and it's insane. Like the least you can fucking do is go to the store and not be a fucking loser about buying a thing. Oh yeah, I gotta go pick up tampons for my wife. Don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, just go buy something.
Get her the fucking
Literally
tampons.
Yeah.
cotton with a string attached.
That's like it's
Yeah.
not
Cotton
scary.
with adhesive on the back.
Yes,
it's
like
fine.
she said, it's just cotton that makes your dick fall off and all of your masculine dreams.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta go watch
Exactly.
like 9 hours of
Okay,
sports to recover. Yeah.
So my other one
Okay.
was my first job. I was 16. I worked at a pizza shop called
right.
Pasquale's Pizza.
Pasquale's.
Hey, Pasquale!
Hey, Mr. Pasquale.
Hey,
The
get back there and
owner-
make the Pasquale sauce.
The owner, weirdly, his last name was Eicheldinger.
Oh, Mr. Eicheldinger, you want I should
Not
chop this
similar.
guy's bones up in the sauce? And,
Yes, please. That is what I crave.
Good.
yeah, that's what. No, don't do that.
Boy,
So-
what are you talking about? This ain't some kind of.
There are so many.
You're trying to keep
stories.
kosher.
All the spaghetti story comes from this place.
Yeah.
But there's so many stories I could tell about this place. The owner was ridiculous. He was a pothead. He would give me directions and then forget what he told me to do because he was high when he told me to do it and then yell at me for doing what he said to do. It was a mess.
Yeah.
I was only 16. And they gave me way more responsibility than they ever should give a 16-year-old.
Sure.
But there was this one guy who was a regular customer. His last name was Stoner.
I love that. Pizza for stoner.
Yeah, exactly. Like, vastly amusing.
Yeah, look at the pizza for stoner.
He
please.
was missing a good majority of his teeth.
Okay.
He was, I would say, at least in his mid to late 40s.
Stoner, more like meth head, right, guys?
Am I wrong?
Possibly. So I had this manager, female manager, and she was across the street at the gas station one morning on her way to open up the shop and ran into him there. He clearly lived in the neighborhood and just, I don't know, got gas and cigarettes and then went to the pizza shop and ate pizza. That's all he did.
That's my dream.
So
Right.
That's the life I'm trying to live right now.
he starts hitting on her.
Okay, good move.
And like I said, he's a regular. We both interacted with him all the time. We knew who he was. So she's hitting on him, or he's hitting on her.
Okay.
She's not hitting on him.
It doesn't sound like it.
And he's basically inquiring if she has a boyfriend. And
Okay.
she's like, yeah, I do. I have a significant other. And he's like,
Code for leave me alone.
yeah, huh? And he's like, oh, okay. I mean, are you sure? I don't have all my teeth, so you could get mad at me and punch me, and it wouldn't even matter. That's the pickup line.
Whoa!
That's the pickup
That
line.
dude's pickup game is a solid 10. If you come to hate me in this relationship enough to want to hit me in the mouth, it's fine.
It's fine. I've already lost all my teeth for that exact
He's
reason.
playing the long relationship game.
Yes.
He's
So
playing.
then-
He's playing the future.
But even more respect for him. You'll have even more respect in just a moment. Because she solidly turns him down, says, no, not interested, dating someone else, no go. And
Do you want a pizza?
That's the right thing to go.
you're not that nice.
Yeah.
He goes, well, what about that short little brunette girl? Meaning me.
Whoa.
Let me reiterate. This
Yeah, you're
was
like
my first
16 or
job.
something.
I was 16.
Ugh.
15 and a half or 16.
So of course you showed him your boobs, right?
Naturally, yeah.
I'm not even even there.
Hey,
He's
mister,
at the
get a
gas
load of
station.
these.
You want some pizza?
So she tells him, she's like, she's 16. And he just goes, oh. And then just, like, carries on. I still saw this guy all the time, but, like, it's the people you deal with.
Yes.
Especially when you're a woman and you work customer service. When you're 16 and you work customer service, it's, oh, you can punch me in the face and it would be fine. Oh, not a taker? Let me move on to the next woman that I see every day.
This is Tinder in real life, right? I mean, this is basically what it is.
Swipe right doesn't work. Swipe right again.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, she's underage? Oh, well. Swipe right again.
Wow. Oh, my God. That's creepy.
Yeah, I really... And he wasn't even the worst person I dealt with. Which is a sad thing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I want to keep this podcast on time. I think we ought to take a break and move on to our last segment, but I want to say this. I think we have a lot of material on this topic.
We do. I was just going to say, this is another one for the bank that we should continue later at another time.
This is like one of these topics that's just like perennial. Like you can go out tonight and you can find a story worthy of this topic yourself. The listener, you can probably have a story on this.
Actually, if you have any, we should be more active on the Facebook page. I was thinking.
God.
If you have any, if you like us on Three Dude Show on Facebook, which maybe we should change the name to Three Dude Cast on.
It's still a show.
Okay,
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna go pee.
Oh boy, oh no, piss break. Oh
But
no.
no, we should find us at Three Dude Show on Facebook, like our Facebook page, and then if you have any customer service stories, I know there's a couple people who listen to this podcast. Are
working in customer-based jobs right now.
Yeah, we send us your stories. We can read them aloud on air.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We will do that. Yeah,
Please send us if you even if it's by text or email, or if you know one of us, or on the Facebook. If you don't know, just
Dave, you still remember our email address, right?
Why certainly I do. It's hamslamanddrag. That's 2 D's and drog at gmail.com.
Yeah, send us to it.
That's a great idea.
We'll actually check them. If you have any, just just let us know, like over Facebook or in person or whatever.
Be as descriptive and as hilarious as you want to be.
Oh my God, I would love to read your stories.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
The next episode.
We will actually read those if you have any for us. We will, you know what I mean. And that goes as a standing thing. Let us know, and we can read those out loud. But this is a topic that I think we can revisit, like a lot of our topics. There's more to talk about on this.
Everyone's been somewhere and seen a 30-foot tall clown on stilts and gone, that's weird.
Yeah.
Hashtag
non-traditional student.
Hashtag fix that sandwich. Hashtag Sable's lackey.
Hashtag Shelly Miscavige is actually dead.
Hashtag hot piss.
Hashtag hot piss.
Big hot piss. All right, it is time to take a break. After that, we are coming back with our recommendations and what we have learned. So stick around.
Hey, do you want to come down to my gym and get as many muscles as you possibly can? Fucking fat balls. We've got all the steroids you need, but don't tell the police. Look how big my muscles are. It's so big, the veins are bulging out of my bulbous muscles. Exploding all over the women's. The filthy, dirty, topless women.
Wow! I'll bet you would love to see my fucking babies! Take a look at how bulging and muscular I am. Look at my vascular titties.
Vascular titty.
Wouldn't you love to have vascular, muscular, pulsating titties like me?
Pulsating titties.
Of course you would. Come on down to Sven's gym and join up today. Why are you not coming down to Sven's gym today? One of you could be the most vascular and the most sweating of titties. Join today, and all the women's will be like, "Ew, get on my dick, Sven!" And I'll be like, "No, why would they have a dick?"
Hey,
Welcome back, everybody.
how's it going, guys? Did you miss us?
that 20-second or whatever we put in there.
Was 20 seconds without the sound of our voices so excruciating that you nearly died?
Did you get dry in that 20 seconds? And then...
Oh no, it's so dry.
Oh, I'm so dry now. Oh.
I got dry.
Yeah. I was sopping. Anyways.
What's new?
So this this is time for the end of the show here. We have 2 segments we like to wrap up the show with, but first we do recommendations.
Yes.
So anything, it doesn't have to be, it could be anything. It could be music, TV, it could be just something to do, something to drink, something to eat, somewhere to go. Recommendations for the week. I would like to not start myself this week. So
Okay.
if it's all right, anyone who feels like going first.
Do you have your Rex, Christy? Actually,
Yeah.
let's go, guys.
Yeah, let's
go this way.
Let's hear Christy's recommendations. Recommendations.
So, I don't really have an intro for this, but something I ordered for myself on Amazon because I had something else to order for Drogsy. And
for me.
used it as an excuse to get a couple other things while I was there. And one of those things was the book You Are Here by Jenny Lawson. It's only like $10 on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay for shipping. Just get it. If you are into coloring books as an adult, I hate the adult coloring book thing because it sounds like it's just porn that you're coloring.
Yeah, putting adult in front of anything usually means there's
Yeah,
dicks.
I have too dirty of mine.
Yeah, adult coloring book. Oh yeah, color in the bell end of that penis for me.
Oh, color me stiff.
Oh, put a green dickhead on it because it's weird.
Oh, fractals.
This is so creepy. Everyone
So-
just turn this off now.
No, it's
God.
gonna get okay again. I promise. Just hang in there with us.
So the name of the book is again.
It's You Are Here by Jenny Lawson.
Who is she?
And
What's her?
She goes by the bloggess on the interwebs.
That's right, here
so
we are.
go
I'm
to
looking at it
her.
now.
Go to her blog. It is again the bloggess.
Bloggess, as
go
in
to-
like ESS.
Yes.
Duchess.
Like a duchess. Yeah.
Yes, like blogging royalty.
Yes.
Or go to her Twitter, read her other books, or listen to her other books, like I did.
Yeah.
They are called Let's Pretend This Never Happened and Furiously Happy. They're great too. They're basically memoirs.
Yeah, you should talk about the
But
subject of this book too, because it's
You
very
Are
interesting.
Here is essentially a coloring book for adults, but it also has some of her writings and inspirational topics, and just not inspirational in the sense that it's like total trite nonsense like sometimes you get.
Yeah, like
It's
inspirational, like motivational posters where
Yeah,
it's like,
it's not like
Yeah.
that. It's not like you can do anything you put your mind to. It's inspirational.
no, you can't. You can't do
It's like
anything.
Sometimes you fucking fail, bitches.
You're not gonna walk on the
But-
moon.
It's inspirational in the way that, and the reason I like her in general, and the reason I read her blog, and what drew me to her, is the fact that she's weird, and she has mental health issues, and she
Yeah.
talks about it, and she's candid, and that's why people like her. Because she's cool and nice and sweet, and she deals with the shit so many of us deal with. And this book is basically all about that. It's pictures to color in that she drew herself. I should point that out.
Yeah, they're really detailed and beautiful.
She was on a book tour, and this is something she's done basically her whole life, from what I've gathered. But she's always kind of doodled like so many of us do.
Yeah.
She would kind of doodle. She was on the book tour to keep herself from going crazy, and she. Throughout the course of her life, people would be like, "Oh, that's gorgeous. Can you give me a photocopy of that?" And she kind of collected her favorite patterns and stuff. And then people in her life encouraged her to make a coloring book because the drawings were cool and intricate and stuff that
very
you could
detailed.
definitely color in. And it's the kind of stuff some of it is the kind of stuff you would see in other coloring books.
Yeah.
Some of it is not. Like, there's a T-Rex wearing, like, a dress, which is my favorite one.
Okay, we've seen that before. It's been overdone. Thanks. There's a squid, right? Isn't there like an octopus?
There's an octopus.
An octopus.
That's the one I...
An octopus.
There's a T-Rex. I colored that one in because it was really cute.
The caption on the opposite page just reads, "Feeling stabby."
Yes, sometimes there's like a caption, sometimes there's more words, it's like a story, or it's a page of encouragement. If and I can watch that word.
Encouragement.
I'm breezing past it. So,
Isn't that a 5-year penalty?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry. You gotta start 2 sentences ago.
It's a statement of encouragement. If anyone's ever seen the book that's called Destroy This Book, it's kind of like an activity book for grown-ups. It gives you things to do in the book. Sometimes it tells you to like write something, sometimes it tells you to destroy the page, or there's stuff to color.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, basically, if you have anxiety or mental health issues, it's like a journal but more fun. Yeah. And this has stuff like that in it too. It gives you stuff to focus on. She writes stuff. She has pictures for you to color. It's been great. Yeah. She has possibly saved my life already multiple times in my life. Stuff that she's written from her blog that I hold on to. Mm-hmm. And some of that is in this book. And it's just great. I recommend it to anyone, even if you don't have those issues. If you just want to color pretty pictures, those are there. Mm-hmm. If you want to read stuff from someone who has important things to say and deals with problems that you have, get it for that. If you just want to support someone who does good things, buy it for that reason. Buy it.
Just buy it.
On Amazon.
Buy it, you lazy fuck.
Fucking buy it, stupid. It's there.
$10.
You go open your wallet and put money into this.
All right.
That's not really a recommendation as much as it's a threat.
It's a threat.
Just buy it.
Fucking
buy it. Go and buy it.
Fucking buy it.
It is very cool. It's very awesome. It's a good recommendation for sure.
Benjamin?
Yeah. My recommendation is a game I've been playing quite a bit of lately, and that is last year's release of Doom.
Yeah. It's on sale too.
Still good. It is. Yeah,
it's on sale.
Motherfucking Steam sale.
Hit up that Steam sale.
Pick that shit up.
Yes. Thank you, Gaben.
So,
Lord and Savior.
So Doom 3, if you'll recall, was kind of a mildly like it or really hate it type of game. I liked it.
I liked it, but it didn't feel quite as much like a Doom game.
It wasn't really Doom.
They mixed in some survival horror stuff that just
wasn't hellacious enough.
Well, it wasn't hellacious, but it also sort of betrays the map creation formula of Doom 1 and 2, involving wide open spaces, room to circle strafe.
Wide open
I was going to do that, so I'm so glad you did.
Room to kill some fucking demons.
But it also maybe takes itself a little bit too seriously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the new Doom
doesn't do that at all.
brings it all back. Mm-hmm. Like for context, the game opens up and you know you're Doom guy. You're the Doom Marine.
Yes.
There's no story. You're just
there is a plot in there, but he's chained to a stone slab, breaks free of the shackles, and immediately starts punching demons.
Yeah.
He has no chill. It becomes clear within the first 5 minutes of playing the game that this is not the first time he's been through this, and he's sick to death of people opening portals to hell.
Isn't part of this that he's listening to an audio log of some kind and then just abruptly cuts it off like, I don't want to listen anymore?
Yeah.
Someone's trying to talk to him and he goes, nope, done, give me my gun.
Yeah, the director guy's like, we can make this work out well for both of us, and he just picks up the monitor and throws it. So it's just balls to the wall carnage.
Yeah. That's exactly what Doom's about.
They bring back, the Berserk power up, invincibility, quad damage is a power up in the game.
Good.
And they have some like an index of there's like lore stuff, but you don't even really have to give a shit about any of that if you don't want to.
Right.
Plenty of secrets. It rewards you for finding secrets.
Gorgeous environments.
Very.
One of the things that struck me about it was, the some of these where you're outdoor or you can see the outdoor, the surface.
Yeah.
And these huge sprawling vistas out. It's sort of part of the inexplorable areas of the map.
Right.
So gorgeous and atmospheric.
The map design takes a big jump up from Doom 3 because there are sequences where, in order to progress, you have to kill all the demons that come into the area, and it involves like a bunch of like jumpy platforms and like jump pads, and you can really run around and circle strafe, and it feels like almost like a Quake map at times.
Really floaty, kind of like the old Quake games.
You eventually get the ability to double jump. So you can jump and climb all over the map and just run around like it's like a Doom game ought to be.
And as has not gone yet mentioned, the executions in the game
glory
are
kills,
a reason to stay.
If you damage a demon enough, it gets staggered and it'll start glowing. When you get close enough to them, you can melee and do like an execution move depending on where you attack them from. So you like snap their necks or like curve stomp their heads into the ground. So it's cartoonishly violent, and that is
which is what the Doom
exactly what you want.
It's absolute best asset. The weapons are really satisfying to use. There's some new ones that haven't showed up yet in the Doom saga. They can be upgraded and all sorts of cool shit. But yeah, it's a game that has a lot of fun with itself. And you can tell it must have been an absolute blast to make.
Yeah, right.
And it's just so much fun. I can't recommend it enough.
Not to mention, again, it's $15 right now.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah,
it's good.
I mean, it's astoundingly cheap. It's really, really it's like a no-brainer buy right now.
Like, seriously, let's all just take a second to recommend the Steam sale in general.
Yeah,
go
the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah,
praise be to Gay Ben.
Lord Gaben. Yeah.
If there's anything that you've been wanting to play, but you wouldn't normally let yourself buy it,
yes,
so probably the best time to do it.
The first thing we played on our YouTube show was Outlast. I just bought Outlast and the DLC for under $5.
Insane.
So right, just do it. I don't know why I bought it, because I'm just gonna get scared and not play it. But but you know what I mean. Like
that's why Alien Isolation's been sitting in my library for so long.
It's too scary.
Yeah. No, good rack though.
Spoopy,
I was spooked out by it.
Well, that's pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Doom. I'll second that recommendation. It's a really good continuation.
Chris?
All right, so I have several recommendations written down, and I was going to decide on which one I wanted to do at the end of the podcast, and I think I'm going to stick with this one that I have here and save the other ones for later. It's an album, so we're going to continue the album tradition.
All right, some more P-Funk, right?
No more P-Funk. There are no black people involved with this recommendation. At least I don't think so.
There's not one black person involved. Wow,
you
interesting.
So the music is boring and
the man down.
Yeah, that's right. It's basically just some guy talking like this to a megaphone. Tap his foot like tap tap tap
tappity tap. No, I realized that like I base a lot of my musical decisions now, like what I like to pick up and listen to that's new. Largely, like I think a lot of us, on what you were interested in when you were younger.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, like a lot of sad, disaffected teenagers are, which is most teenagers.
Yeah, pretty much every teenager.
Every teenager.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like when I was younger. You get in that space where you're depressed a lot of the time, you're angry a lot of the time, and you don't care a lot of the time.
Write shitty poetry.
Exactly. Right. So like,
think about cutting yourself, but you don't.
But you don't, because ow. Right.
Because ow. Because ow. You know, put that on a fucking PSA. Don't cut yourself because ow. Because ow.
Why would
this message brought to you by the American Psychological Association? Because ow.
Because ow.
No. So like I realized like when I was younger and I was going through all the hard stuff that teenagers go through, the music I listened to kind of helped justify my feelings. Like I was a huge Nirvana. I'm wearing a Nirvana t-shirt.
Indeed.
A huge Nirvana fan. That actually probably saved my life when I was in middle school and high school. Got me through a lot of hard times. Nirvana justified my sadness and my depression.
Yeah.
Heavy metal justified my anger. So like a lot of Slipknot when I was younger because I was an edgelord.
Helps you know you're not alone.
Right. Yeah. Pantera.
For me, it was Depeche Mode.
Lamb of God. Right. Everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like Nirvana was my sadness. Like Lamb of God, Slipknot. that was my anger, and punk rock justified my budding nihilism. I don't care about anything.
Fuck the man.
So the album I want to recommend this week is a punk classic that everybody should have in their collection. Right. Never mind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols. Pick that record up. Yeah. If you feel like you don't care about anything, go listen to that album. Every song on that album is a punk rock classic.
Yeah.
They had one like major release album and one like secondary B-sides album, which I just realized they had the Nevermind the Bollocks was the first one. They had a second album called Spunk, and it took me until just recently to realize that Spunk wasn't like Peppy. He's got spunk, and it's like it's calm.
You realize it was jizz?
Yeah, it's spunk. Yeah, so like that's a good one. But Nevermind the Bollocks. Really, one of my I talked about it earlier on the podcast. The 100 songs I would take with me on a desert island. There's a song on that album called No Feelings, which is the nihilist anthem. I've got no feelings about anybody else except for myself, my beautiful self. So like perfect nihilist record, Bodies, Holidays in the Sun, and then all the ones Anarchy in the UK, God Save the Queen. Great punk album, great album period. Go pick that up.
Yeah.
Johnny Rotten's got a real snarl of a voice, and it kind of speaks to my I don't give a shit about anything side. So yeah, Nevermind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols. Great album. Pick
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I had a hard time coming up with a recommendation this week because I guess
I feel like that's a trend with you.
Yeah,
you don't say that every week.
That's because you don't think of it until we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, right. Well, I like to fly by the seat of my pants around here and basically put.
I like
zero...
to imagine your pants with little wings on the butt.
Yeah. That's my pants.
It's like a Mario power up, only weirder.
My pants.
Yeah.
That's my pants.
That's my pants.
Hashtag that's my pants.
I'm weirdly hot right now.
I don't know if I've recommended this already, so it's very possible that I have, but there's a twist on it. So I'm fairly certain I've talked about the latest season of House of Cards on the show, right? Which was a fantastic season of the show. There was a lot of I don't know if it necessarily is as dramatic as the show has been, considering what's going on in the real world. And I think many people have had the occasion to reflect on the fact that the Underwoods aren't quite as scary in the way the world is now.
In the Trump era, yeah.
Exactly. But what I did do is start re-watching the show back from the beginning. So I went back to the first season of this show. And I think my recommendation is to people who have watched the show, already and are caught up and have seen all of the now 5 seasons of the show. Go back and start over at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason I say this is that I feel like those seasons of this show have exactly the same kind of power, and drama that they ever did. And it kind of restores your faith in the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I went back to see if it was, sort of as compelling as I remembered it.
Yeah, if it still had the same effect as when you first watched it.
Right, exactly. And what I found was a lot of things. And we talked about this, Christy, we talked a little bit at your family's place this weekend about what made the show work, as opposed to the last season of the show where there's some things that just didn't work the way they used to. And one of the things that's immediately apparent is that the Underwoods are more likable in ways.
They're redeemable characteristics.
Yeah, like we don't really think about it that way. After 5 years in and having gone down this road with the show, but going back and rewatching it reestablishes the faith in those characters. That there was a time where they were bad people with likable qualities, and that they were there were reasons that they were compelling. There were like redeemable qualities to them that made them
struck you as human beings.
Right. Yeah.
They do some pretty bad shit.
Yeah.
But you understand it because you get where they're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's one of the things, without talking any kind of spoilers on the 5th season, which is, it's like I said, it's not a bad season, and it's still a good show, but there's parts of the show that if you really love it, and I guess this is a very niche recommendation, if you really, really love this show, it's probably time to go back and watch season 1 again.
Yeah.
Because there's things there that will remind you, exactly why you like the show, and those things have not lost heat, even in the wake of the way the world's going now.
Right.
You know, like
falling apart, and dying.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, everything's bad and everything's scary. But watching those early seasons, it becomes clear that the show really hasn't. That the characters have not lost that kind of power.
Pep,
yeah. That drama just because of what's going on in the world, and and it's I don't know. It's interesting to watch them all again now.
I'm reminded of a Rick and Morty quote here.
Yeah,
which is Morty talking to Summer after she's trying to make come to terms with something.
I know what you're talking about.
He's like, life is meaningless. We're all gonna die. Come watch TV with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe that is really my recommendation, actually, in a nutshell. Life is meaningless. No one's supposed to be here.
Go watch something that you like.
Rewatch
watch
something
TV.
you've already watched. It's fine.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
That's
it's
a solid.
yeah. In wake of the tragedy that is modern living, just watch TV.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's kind of a great exercise anyway. Is there something that you loved that you haven't watched in a really long time?
Yeah.
So much has changed in the world. Go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
See what you think now through your new perspective.
I just got my recommendation for next week.
Ooh. Nice. Write that down.
I'm gonna
want it.
Did you do yours done? Yeah, you did that. You did the game, yeah.
So, anyway, I guess that more or less does it for recommendations. So, guys, this has been one hell of an episode. What did we learn? Did we learn anything?
Yeah.
I learned some things.
I think I learned something.
What'd you learn?
Oh, I'm going first again?
Well, we're just gonna
Sure, why
just
not?
throw these out in a random scattershot manner.
Yeah.
I learned that Mark Marrow will definitely respond if you just think his name.
Yeah. Following up, I wrote hashtag Mark Miro and hashtag be careful of who you trash online because they might actually have that Google alert thing.
Yeah, they
And-
probably know.
See it.
And they might actually be a cool guy that you don't really want them to hear you trash. So yeah.
I mean, just think of is it Jimmy Kimmel's show that does this? They have celebrities read mean tweets about them.
Yeah, right. So that means they get there.
Yeah, the people you trash can see it.
They're real people. So if you just trash them when they show up, delete that shit.
Yeah, just
Hashtag
have
don't trash.
compassion.
Also,
Don't
please come on our
trash.
show.
Please, Mark Miro, if you're
Yeah.
listening, at the very least,
Just say hi.
just say hi. Leave a comment on our SoundCloud or on our Facebook page at 3 Dude Show on Facebook.
I learned that Arby's has the purse, and I did not know that before. Arby's. Yeah.
We got the purr.
Yeah,
We
they
got the puss. We've got the puss. We've got the puss.
Yeah, we got the purse.
What is happening?
A musical has broken out around you.
I learned also that you should donate all of your unused receptacles to your local plumber because they need them badly.
I learned that old men don't shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
never
learned
do.
that,
Your daddy don't dance and your mama don't rock and roll. Or flip that. Scratch that.
Strike that. Reverse it.
I learned that Morrow, arrow sign Miscavige, arrow sign chicken bacon and Swiss, arrow sign aliens.
Yeah.
All right.
That's some kind of a lesson, I think.
Yeah, these things are all related.
I just wrote Robitussin,
We gotta get on that
and then
shit.
right under that, fucking on a stack of Mein Kampf.
I also wrote that. I wrote new life goal fucking on Mein Kampf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take that, Hitler.
Yeah.
How much more can you dominate that war? Just
Hashtag dribble on Hitler. Hashtag chicken bacon and Swiss.
this is the hashtag episode.
This is the
Hashtag dunk on Hitler.
Yeah.
I learned that ladies have to stop with the boob sweat money.
Yeah. Stop. It's bad.
Please.
I wrote, if your dairy is spoiling, call Ham.
It's your whelks. I think finally for me, I wrote that Shelley Miscavige is actually probably dead.
That's so dark.
Like seriously,
And true, probably.
David Miscavige banished his wife, and she is at the
Almost,
bottom of the Pacific Ocean. And
Definitely
clearly
dead.
Florida.
I loosely mentioned the RPF. Basically, what this is manual labor.
Yeah.
eating barely anything, not able to have much human interaction.
Oh, so basically the way I live my life now.
Yeah. Yes.
But against the person's will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having to clean things literally with a toothbrush.
Yeah. Or she's dead.
Or she might at this point be dead. It's been years and
Probably
years and
dead.
years and years and years.
And that's
any book about Scientology, and people will mention Shelley Miscavige and wonder where she is and what's happened to her.
She's
I
dead.
think a few years back, because of the inquiries, they trotted her out to some engagement.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that she's not
not-
being horribly abused by this institution. So fuck Scientology.
Yeah.
And we should worry about Shelley Miscavige, and not just her, but the other people that are in the institution and being horribly abused.
Yeah.
That took a dark note. Let's go to something lighthearted.
I also learned you should never eat at Cold Stone Crematorium. It's not very good.
No, too ashy.
Would recommend against that.
I wrote shit come trail leads to come drop nightmare.
Wow.
Come drop nightmare.
Come drop nightmare.
Hashtag come drop nightmare.
Tonight at 11.
Hashtag Diane Ream.
I also wrote hashtag swallow that bean whole.
Swallow that bean.
I learned that hashtags make the world go round.
Yeah.
They sure do.
I learned that I should be very grateful that in my life I've never actually had to work a retail position.
Yep.
Oh yes,
You are lucky. Yeah.
And I learned also that I might want to consider being a hazmat guy if they make that kind of money.
They do make
Yeah,
they
seriously.
actually make a lot of money.
I
That's a
don't
decent wage.
I don't mind so much. I'll get in that suit. I will clean up the foulest substances known
Well,
to man.
part of your job now means cleaning stuff up, and you don't even get the cool yellow suit.
I know. I do clean up my share of my substances. Yeah.
You get a cool suit and a decent pay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's all we
$50K a
ever
year. Are you
want,
fucking
really.
kidding me? I'll mop up like hazardous bio waste for fucking $50,000 a year.
Brains, body parts. I'm all over it.
Let's
Dude,
do it.
50,000 a year.
Yo, I've played Viscera cleanup detail. I'm fucking there.
All my complaints about that go away if I get a decent wage. Yeah.
Career change for all of us right now.
That's
My last couple are Doom 6, Demon Punch, Curb Stompin' Goodness.
Wow. I like that.
curb stop. That's the curb stompingest game I've ever played.
And then my very last one is Everything's Bad.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Everything's bad.
Everything's bad.
That's the unfortunate takeaway of every episode of the 3 Dude
Everything's
Cast.
bad.
Well, on that happy note.
On that beautiful note, everyone, thank you so much, especially to our special guest, Kirby Dublin Puts.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the
Seriously,
show.
thank you so much for having me
thanks for
as
being
the
on.
first unofficial guest and the first official
Absolutely.
guest.
Indeed.
It was a good one. This has been my
It's been
favorite
great.
episode to record so
I've
far.
had fun.
Yeah.
I'd come on again if you run out of other people to talk to.
And dude, listen, seriously, we said it last week. If you want to come on the show, let one of us know. We'll make it happen at some point. If you want to come on, we'll try and make that happen for you. So.
You guys should do it. It was fun.
It's
we
fun.
drank and we smoked things and
We
that's
dorped and
talked.
smorked,
We dorped
please.
and smorked.
We dorped and smart.
It's my endorsement.
We morked and mindied.
We dorped.
We morked and mindied.
Yeah.
We
We morked and mindied. That's
We dolphed
for sure.
and we Lundgrened.
We graced and we Jones.
Yep.
So again, thank you all. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the 3 Dude Cast, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrivederci.